That was a lag. Greetings, I am Amy, and welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club Purist mod again. I decided to make this final video a bit different. Start up here, because I first want to do this little experiment like I mentioned. See what happens if I write poems for multiple girls. I need to maybe change the position of my microphone a little bit. I might need to mute some portions throughout recording because my roommates have visitors, and if they pass by here, then I will need to mute that, depending on how loud they pass by. Also, today was a pretty bad day. I also got hit by a mirror today, so I don't sound as enthusiastic right now. So, I do think it will change because I think today I'll be able to relax. Ooh, I can look out a window right now and I can see a cat. I hope that's a good symbol. A black and gray cat. Cute. Yeah, so, I deleted my old file, so there's no character here. We have to go through all of that again. And I'm just going to go with Amy today because I'm not feeling any creativity in my body right now. Besides, I do feel like this is something that I would do because my favorite character is Monika, and we're going to Monika route here today. You'll quickly see cuts to what happens when I pick multiple characters and see little portions of like the other routes we've already played, if you've seen them. So yeah. But for Act 1, I can mostly turn on the unseen text, because this will be the same for... not just for the most part. We'll be here for a little while just doing the same thing. So I've decided to go with first day Sayori, then Yuri, then Natsuki, and see if that puts me on some type of route or if it doesn't. I also thought maybe Sayori last, but then I thought if I go Sayori last, she won't accept it. Oh my god, everything is lagging right now. And that would not be good. So yeah, Sayori first. Now Yuri. I just realized I made a mistake. I should have saved for the first poem so I can go back later and go like a full route if this destroys anything. Anyway, Natsuki next. Interesting, so Yuri isn't an option here. And Yuri, Natsuki. Let's go with Yuri then. We're in the Sayori route now. Interesting. I'll see if I can still go the full Sayori route. It's my fault, really. Sayori? Sayori disappeared for a moment. Okay, so we're on the Sayori route, even though we only went with one day with her. Interesting. To make sure I don't skip anything, I'll go through the Monika portion. I'll save these images. You want me to comment on what you've done? Here's some sort of congratulations. Maybe an admission you've succeeded at making someone in the literature club happy. It's still only one of them. Besides, it won't last. You and I are well aware that this is a mod. What else is there to say? You saved Sayori, didn't you? She's no longer haunted by her demons of depression. You two will run along holding hands, kissing and making happy memories. Or so the game says anyways. You even managed to get that nice little scene at the end. Making chocolate for one another. A bit cliché, however. I suppose if you were just looking for her smile, it's enough for you. Oh well. But if you thought you'd be able to get a vengeful strike against me... well, that's just too bad if you were looking for something like that. I don't think Sayori would have appreciated it, though. Is there anything more for me to say, though? Not that it really matters in the end. Don't let me keep you from being happy. Do what you want. Interesting. So I wonder if... I need to save this time for the poem. I wonder if this is... because I had the Sayori once, and the Fury is like the second option during like a 3... how do you put it? Like, Yuri will... like, for example, if Sayori is the possibility... Give me a minute, I need to drink something. On the second time you make like on Thursday when Sayori says asks who you want to walk home with, and you didn't specifically go for Natsuki that day, you could have gone for her the first day, but even then on if the second event is Sayori, then she'll be like, do you want to walk home with Yuri, even if you've gone with Natsuki the first event. So I think maybe it's like, if Sayori was chosen once, she's the main target. Yuri would be second, and Natsuki's only when you like put a lot of effort into that. And I think we'll go in that direction. Let's go with the Yuri route this time. I think... So yeah, we're in the new territory now. I think one of the reasons why we didn't get Natsuki as a possibility actually might have been because we didn't have any scene with Natsuki, but we did have a scene with Yuri. I might want to check if both Natsuki and Yuri get a scene, who will then be the first option. We must wait. We're approaching Yuri now. Yuri struggled letting go of us there. And to make sure I don't skip the scene, I want to wait for her to smile. There you go. I forgot to save during the first poem. Well, I'll have to live with that. And of course we're gonna use words. Here's some sort of congratulations. Can I have someone else come? Okay, so this is all the same again. I need to make sure that I fixed this last time. So yeah, congratulations, saved Yuri. Really though, what's up with all the kids? Both in Sayori's route and here. Kids seem fairly vicious, don't they? Well, yeah, if you only focus on the bad ones, of course. Jeez, what school do we enroll to? I guess well, you're happy with Yuri. Is there anything for me to say, though? Don't let me keep you from being happy. What do you want? I now have 2 girls in this title screen. I guess I'll have to go new game again. I have a plan. If I don't like what I see, I'll just load again. I'll try to go with Yuri, then Natsuki, and then see if I can go to the Natsuki route. Because if so, then if 2 people... Like, if you write 2 poems, then it's surely going to go for that one. And one for another. I want to see if I can get if I write the last poem for Sayori. If actually that probably just mean I'll go back to the Sayori route, but this time I can check on Natsuki instead of Yuri. Yeah, let's just go with the Natsuki route. Because it would probably just lead to me being able to pick Natsuki for the festival, but still going down the Sayori route. I think that's how it works. If not, you can correct me. So we're in the Natsuki route now. I feel bad for Sayori, she's the only one who didn't get her full route. Oh god, that scared me. Yeah, Sayori's the only one who didn't get her full route, but I suppose she did want us to be friends with everyone too, so... Let's do the watch anime one. Yeah, so she's tired of us. No, wait, no, she wasn't tired of us then yet. Right, we first need to be closer, and then she suddenly is tired of us, and Ralph is sad and annoyed. I didn't get the CG now, but you know what? It was a pretty early on CG anyway. I think I'll just wait for a CG in which Natsuki smiles. Not CG, but let's be awake. In a CG in which Natsuki smiles. It's bright! Like towards the end. I could have also taken that. Let's make something simple. I do think this was the sweetest part. Let's do the runaway. And we wanna spit out the water. Now Natsuki makes her choice. For some reason I just thought it was about to be... Ah, no! I didn't get anything for Natsuki. No. She's going to a normal home life. Nah. I don't think Natsuki would have appreciated it though. Yeah, don't worry. I suppose there's one thing. You've done what I didn't think was possible. Happiness. From the literature club. Isn't that something? I can feel it practically pouring off of them. Part of being... well, part of the game, I suppose. They're all so happy. I'm a little jealous. But it's fine. You've accomplished what you set out to do. Sayori, Yuri, Natsuki. They're all smiles, inside and out. So congratulations are in order. You've beaten the game. You've gone ahead and saved everyone from... well, you know. Aren't you special? Something wrong? Why are you still here? There's nothing left for you here now. The credits aren't playing, are they? Did you miss something in your script? Maybe a branch condition didn't go off. It's fine. It happens to us all. As far as I know, it's only you and I who can do this sort of thing. Clearly you have the upper hand on me, though. Well, whatever. Back to the title screen, I suppose. So, and I think now if we go new game, we should be able to go the Monika route. It's an ordinary school day, but something feels different. I think that's where we have to go, just like any other would be similar to the Sayori. But something feels different. But even so, as usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. I always used to tell myself it's about time I go out and meet some girls or something like that. Well, there's already one girl here. That girl Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. We used to walk to school together on days like this. Recently we've picked up that habit once again. Amy, are you proud of me? Huh? For what? You know, for waking up on time. Well, we've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. But you never even said anything about it. Even though we walk to school together every day. Well, yeah. I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say out loud. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Fine, fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we get closer to the school, the streets become increasingly crowded. By the way, Amy, have you decided on a club to join yet? I have. Oh, tell me! It's a secret. Aww. I'll tell you when we go back home. Okay, but that's a promise. It's a bit embarrassing to say, really. The feeling of wanting to meet other girls. I've been feeling a little differently lately. As if my destined meeting was just around the corner. It all started when I saw a flyer for the literature club. I didn't really have a lot of interest in literature, but I felt some kind of pull. It's really strange. There's going to be a lot of club recruiting today, so I've been working up the nerve to go. The school is as ordinary than ever, and it's over before I even know it. I tried to focus today, but the thought of going to the literature club made me nervous for some reason. Maybe I should just rest for a bit and calm myself down. No, I can't do that. I just have this feeling I can't run away. Like I was supposed to go. I leave the classroom right away, running into Sayori in the hall. Passing by her, I say hello before ducking into the bathroom. It's not all that embarrassing, but I kind of want to surprise Sayori as well. After all, she is the vice president of the literature club. Okay, so Monika is still the president. I wait about 5 minutes before leaving the bathroom. Then I take the path up to the room that was advertised in the flyer. It's up the stairs in an area of the school I rarely visit since it's used by the third years. Guess you're not a third year, huh? I take a breath outside the classroom clubroom door before putting my hand on the handle. Before I can pull it aside, the door slides open. Amy, what in the... Monika, a girl in my class last year, and the most popular girl in my school year, pauses halfway through her sentence. What are you doing here? I came to join the literature club. But you're not supposed to be here alone. It's only so... Both of us hear a cry of joy. No way! Ah! Monika steps out of the way as Sayori almost tackles me as she wraps her arms around me. Sayori, please get off of me. I'm just so happy you're here! The two of us step into the room where I close the door behind us. Huh. So you're the Amy that Sayori is always talking about. Not a very masculine... Oh, Monika, don't look so confused. Frustrated, I can't read it. You don't have that many sprites. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, Amy. Please enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri. No need to be so formal. It's going to think we're really strict or something. Sorry, but... She gives a small but confident smile. It's just the way I like to do things. The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others, but still seems pretty assertive. The shorter girl nods. I know, but not everyone's going to be so open. By comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, came off as really assertive, but showed a hint of compassion there. Come on, Monika! Say something! You're our president, and we just got a new member! Right. Monika clears her throat and puts on a smile. Welcome to the Literature Club, Amy! I'm glad you decided to join us! Thank you, Monika. Even though she's smiling, I swear Monika is glaring at me. I didn't know you knew Monika, Amy! We were only in the same class last year, that's all. We didn't talk very often either. Well, you got to know her in this club then. And everyone else too. Natsuki laughs from the side. Well, I guess if Sayori's this happy to have you here, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. I smile a little awkwardly at her comment, deciding to take it as a compliment. Thanks, I'll try not to bring anyone down. I'm sure you won't, Amy. She pauses, then looks over my shoulder. Monika, you're unusually quiet. You were very happy at the prospect of getting a new member just the other day. Sorry, well, let me just say that I'm surprised is all. I was happy that we might get a new member, but I wasn't very sure of it happening. So I'm still in shock is all. Especially because it's someone I know. Oh well, we can celebrate the new member though, right? Yeah! What an appropriate name for that, isn't it? Amy, Natsuki even Hey, don't ruin the surprise! Sorry. I'll go prepare some tea. Oh, let's set the desks up. Let's get the desk set up first. I need to turn up the temperature here. It's pretty cold right now. Sayori, Monika, and I purchased some of the desks around to form a table. Yuri and Natsuki walk over to the back corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling a bit of awkwardness with Monika, I take a seat next to Sayori, who nudges me when she catches me sneaking a glance at Monika. A lot of Monika here. Just Monika. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Now scoots the fluffy tray to a dozen white fluffy cupcakes, decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are done with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I hear Monika start talking, but she coughs as if to clear her throat. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika. Then I take one. Sayori talks with her mouth and has already managed to get icing all over her face. I turn the cupcake around my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. I get the feeling I've seen this before. It's that same feeling I had earlier today, where something feels different. I'm broken out of my thoughts by a small nudge from Monika, who narrows her eyes at me. I then notice Natsuki is quiet. She's also sneaking glances in my direction. She must be waiting for me to take a bite. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This was really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I swear I've heard this line before. Made them for you, or anything. But I'm glad you like them. Natsuki smiles. It's a very small smile, but it's sincere. I simply nod to end the conversation there. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Monika's voice fades away before she goes completely silent, the rest of her sentence being cut off. Are you okay, Monika? Can I get you some canned coffee from the vending machines? It might wake you up. Monika quickly snaps to attention and shakes her head. No, I'm fine. But Amy, don't let yourself be intimidated. Yuri's only trying to impress you. That's not... I really do think tea is good for reading, Monika. Sorry, I can't help but try to tease you. For some reason, a look of confusion flashes across Monika's face after saying this before she mysteriously nods to herself. I see. I jumped into the conversation to make it less awkward. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I guess I can see where you're coming from. I'm glad. Yuri smiles faintly to herself before going to her seat. Monika raises an eyebrow as she looks at me, then Yuri, then back to me before turning her attention back to the cupcake in front of her. Well... Amy, what made you choose the literature club? From what Sayuri has told me, you seem more interested in anime and video games. I shoot Sayuri a dirty look. Truthfully speaking, I was afraid of this question. Maybe the truth isn't the best idea for now. Well, I saw the flyer a while back and came here since I wanted to broaden my horizons. Sure, watching anime and reading visual novels is fun, but I thought reading books might be good too. Though I know I'm probably not going to stick with it alone, so I also thought maybe having a club could help as well. I see. Well, we make sure you'll feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Thanks. I'm surprised though. How come you decided to start your own club? You were president of the debate club last year. Well, you know. I wanted something different, rather than just going through the motions. I want to take the reins of something, and if it also encourages others to get into literature, then that's also a plus. Monika really is a great leader. That's why I'm holding her hand. That's why I'm holding her hand. Yuri also nods in agreement. I'm surprised there aren't more people though. Starting a club must be hard. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard and convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! I can already feel a bond with these girls, seeing them smiling as they agree with Monika. She must have worked really hard just to find these three to work with her. Maybe that's why they were all delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though keeping up with their level of enthusiasm for literature might be hard. So Amy, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well... I mutter manga quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I take it. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. I looked to the side and see Sayori grinning ear to ear. It looks like she's pretty happy I'm trying to get along with them. Hey Yuri. Yes? Well, about, the first thing he said. Manga? Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. Don't just say it! For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga is literature too, So, if Amy wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything. Natsuki, I would never do such a thing. Whatever he'd like to read, that's fine with me. Oh, hey, Amy! I think I remember one of the titles you mentioned to me being something Natsuki read. Oh, but I can't remember the name! It was my favorite one, Sayori. And its name is Parfait Girls. I am a fan of Parfait Girls now. The name is really embarrassing to say out loud, but it's actually a good series. I see all the girls around the room looking at me with shocked expressions. Look, the beginning might have been slow, but all of the characters get really well developed as time passes. I get oddly defensive about it, but that might also be my embarrassment. It doesn't exactly sound like something a guy would read. Admittedly, I got lured by the cover, but it took me from the start. So you like that manga too? Oh yeah, don't you read it all the time, Natsuki? I don't read it all the time. I really like reading it here though. Natsuki gets up from her seat and puts her hands on Natsuki's shoulders. Your cupcakes, your poems, even the manga you read. It's all just as cute as you are. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? That seems kind of out of nowhere. I guess you just wanted to ask. Sometimes, I guess. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. But why did it pop into your mind? Why don't you share them sometime? Well, maybe. I'd say you wouldn't like them, but... Well, I think I have a good idea of your taste, so maybe you might. Maybe you still might not think they're good. I understand how Natsuki feels. Showing your own writing takes more than only confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Yuri smiles as if to mock herself. To say all of that and not practice my own words. How hypocritical of me. Oh, don't say that. But I did want to read everyone's poems. Everyone sits in silence for a moment. It takes a little longer than I thought it would. All of us turn our heads to Monika as she makes a sound. Did you think of something, Monika? Well, I might have something. Monika seems to nod to herself and mutters something that we can't hear before putting on a smile. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look at Monika with questioned looks on their faces. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think would help us all get to know each other a little more and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Amy? Monika smiles warmly at me once again, but I can't help but feel it's a little bit hollow. Yeah, that sounds alright. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Amy, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. I don't know why, but I felt a small chill from that. Yeah. Can I really impress the class there, Monika, with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Amy, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Soon I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us start to leave the club room. However, as I walk past Monika to reach the door, I hear, everything is different. Just what's going on? I don't know what to make of it, so I try to push it out of my head for now. The whole way back, my thoughts begin to wander. I know I said I felt like I'd have a chance meeting someone at a literature club, but just who was it though? Was it Sayori? Natsuki? Yuri? Or maybe it was even Monika? I don't know just yet. Hey Amy? What is it, Sayori? I'm so glad you joined the literature club. I was planning on bringing you here, but I didn't have to. It's almost like it was fate. Maybe. But sorry if Monika came off a little as a bit distant or weird today. She's not normally like that. Maybe she's sick. She was coughing and kind of tired. Maybe. I should check up on her tomorrow. I really hope she's okay. I do too, Sayori. With that, we continue our walk in silence, my thoughts drifting again. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. I seem to have come down with a serious case of writer's block. Couldn't be me. Genuinely. I've been starting I've been staring at the blank page in front of me for 30 minutes now. Nothing's coming to mind at all. I look around the room trying to find a source of inspiration. I see a book that I bought a few days ago on my shelf. It was bought on a whim this past weekend. Part of my motivation to go to the literature club. Have a book to talk about, something like that. I reach up and pull it from the shelf, reading the title. Portrait of Markov. I weighed in my hands for a bit. Even though it's the first time I've picked it up since, it has a familiar weight to it. Almost like this book should have some special value to me. But that kind of thinking is strange. This weird feeling still hasn't gone away either. Seeing it all before. I guess I can try to write about that. Now just to pick some words that go along with it. It's time to write a poem based on what you think your favorite clubman will like. The feeling of having seen it all before. Defeat, existence, an ending. Unrestrained. Memories. Feather. Afterimage. Crimson, I always put crimson in my poems, or like very frequently. Spinning. Tone. Dance. The feeling of having seen it all before. I slide open the door to the literature club room. Good afternoon. As soon as I say this, there's a loud crashing sound. Everyone looks over, finding Monika tripped over a desk, catching herself. I think it was a very abrupt scene change that she didn't expect. She quickly regains her composure and walks over to me. Hi again, Amy. Glad to see you came back. Monika pauses before nodding. You didn't run away on us. Don't worry. It might sound a little strange, but I always try to keep my word. Is that so? Well, dependable people are always appreciated. Thanks for keeping a promise, Amy. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you the first in the literature when you're accustomed to it. Well, trying new things is good, right? Yes, I suppose. I'm still surprised though, Amy. Last you didn't even want to join any clubs. But then suddenly you came here wanting to join. I guess that's true. I can't explain it very well. You said yesterday that you wanted to broaden your horizons. What about that? I said that, sure, but I don't know. One day I was lying in bed and I guess I suddenly felt a need for literature. I had a weird dissatisfaction with anime and games all of a sudden. Then I saw the flyer and everything sort of clicked. I still like manga and anime though. It's fine, Amy. Besides, I was worried about you becoming in need if you didn't try a new club. Everyone else has a small laugh at my expense over it. Well, I guess I should teach you how to clean your room. You did almost set your house on fire one time. Let's not talk about that. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Amy can become good friends too. I hope we can all get closer this year as well. I really am happy here. Especially with Amy now in the club! You really are a bright ball of sunshine, huh? Yep! Especially because of Amy! Sayori! I raised my voice to interject, but I'm swiftly defeated by her smile. I'm sorry. Well, I guess as long as she's happy. Alright. I reach into my bag and pull out the book from last night. Yuri's eyes light up as soon as she sees it. I picked it up a while ago on a whim, but do you know if it's any good? You shouldn't read it based on my own review, though. But I did enjoy it. It does have a few horror themes in it, so it might not be to your liking if you don't like that sort of thing. Well, perhaps we could discuss what you think of it chapter by chapter. I definitely will. I said it a little too enthusiastically and turned my head away. I'll make time to read it. You don't have to force yourself. You're not as if to hammer in that fact. If you force yourself to read it, you won't enjoy it as much. So if you want to read other things as well, that's fine. Like if you wanted to read manga. At this, I see Natsuki looking at us out of the corner of her eye. Natsuki, you don't have to be afraid. I'm not afraid! But I would like to hear your opinion on buffet girls. It's hard to find people who would actually read manga, so... yeah. There's a lot of people who think manga's still only for kids. That's pretty dumb. I know! There's stories for everyone. And you're never too old for a particular type of storytelling. Definitely. I'll probably have to read it from the beginning again. I know it's my favorite series, but I haven't read it in a while is all. Well, we can do the same thing as you and Yuri. Just read whenever you want, and if you read Buffet Girls, we can talk about it. Sounds like a plan. I turn around and finding Monika sitting alone at the front of the room. You and Sayori seem to have struck up a conversation, and Natsuki went back into the closet. I go up to Monika and poke her on the shoulder. She turns her head around and looks at me. Oh, it's you, Amy! Sayori gave me a bit of a scare. Thinking hard about something? Yes. Give me a second. I think I want to quickly check and make sure that everything's recording properly. Might seem late for that, but I just want to make sure. Yes, I see Monika glance over at the others. Why don't you go talk with the others? I did, but you also seemed a little distant. Siri said yesterday you might be sick. Are you sure you're feeling well? I'm fine, Amy. But thanks for asking. You can go talk to the others now. I'll be fine. This girl seriously doesn't want me to talk to her, huh? Alright. But you know, Monika, I'd like to be friends with you too. She gives another smile. I'd like to be friends with you too, Amy. Sorry if I come off as a little distant or anything like that. I just have a lot on my mind recently. Well, if you ever want someone to talk to... I tried to give a cool smile back. I mean, sometimes a guy's perspective on things might be useful too. So, yeah. I could ask my friends. I stumble right at the end. Monika looks at me before giggling. Thanks, Amy. I'll keep it in mind. Well, how about this? What would you do if you felt like you had all the control you ever needed, but then suddenly found it taken away from you? I paused, trying to think of the answer. Well, I'd like to get control back. Or at least I'd like to feel like I had it back. But if I actually was that powerless, I might just try to make the best out of it. I can't control everything, right? Sometimes all you can do is stick with things and hope they'll get better, I suppose. Monika looks a bit saddened at this answer. She sighs and nods. I guess it's true. She gives me a small smile this time. One that makes my heart ache rather than go a-flutter to see it on her face. Can't control everything, huh? Thanks, Amy! Even if she says that, it still hurts to see her like that. Monika must have something weighing down a lot on her. Well, thanks for asking me. that you know, that you know, trust me enough to ask something like that. You must be dealing with something pretty heavy, huh? Sort of. Well, I know I probably have no place to say this, but I'm sure you can share it with the other club members too. They're all here for you too. I think they'd all be sad to know if something was crushing you like this. I see Monika blink a few times before nodding. Maybe. But sometimes you just know that some people might not be able to help. Though thanks for saying that, Amy. I'm glad that you think that of them. Well, they're happy right now, right? They seem to be really happy being here as well, so... It just wouldn't be fair if the president couldn't find happiness at her own club, right? Yes. Oh, look at the time! Monika jumps to her feet. Okay, everyone! Everyone looks up from their various activities. Did everyone write a poem last night? Yeah. My heart's racing again. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. That feeling I had last night was good inspiration, but I'm still pretty unskilled at writing. There are mumbles of admission that go around the room, save for Sayori, who triumphantly pulls her poem out from her bag. It's wrinkled and looks like it was torn out of a spiral notebook. Monika wrote hers in her composition notebook. I can see her pristine handwriting. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching to their bags. I do the same as well. I will save here now. This is all new to me. But I always start out with Monika anyway, so it wouldn't be weird if I start with Monika again. I should start with Monika. Then I want to check on Yuri, who was like very nice thus far to me. I should start with Monika. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I wanted to know I'm putting in effort. Or maybe I should go say Yuri after I didn't go at her for her completely at the beginning. Monika looks from my poem, stares into my face, then looks back down at the poem. She repeats this several times before handing my poem back to me. That bad, huh? No! Rather, it's... You said you've never written poems before, so it's a bit surprising. The themes are... Can I ask what made you write this? Well, Monika would open herself up to me today, so I think I can tell her. I was lying in bed when I thought about that feeling. That I was kind of drawn here. How it was kind of unnatural too. I had the idea in mind, but then I just started putting words on the paper. It was kind of a blur actually. When I finished writing it, I didn't know what to think. So I decided to use that first draft. If it wasn't bad to me, that was good enough. Well, it's good. I like it at least. It wasn't very direct, but it wasn't very metaphorical either. Some people might be upset by that. You should pick one and stick with it for the poem. Otherwise, it keeps starting without going anywhere. But you managed to pull it off without doing that. I'm impressed. I guess I underestimated you. It's easier for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts if I put in some effort. That's not very fair. But it worked. Well, keep doing your own thing, Amy. Just keep exploring and trying new things. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased of their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. I don't think you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See? The direction. The spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor. An angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No! I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with the permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe if everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down to paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your head and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, go Sayori and then Yuri, I think. Oh my goodness! This is so good, Amy! Eh? I love it! I had no idea you're such a good writer! I'm going to be reading it mostly like that for a bit. This is like the... that's just what happens when Sayori likes the poem. An Amy poem! You're so weird, Sayori. I will read the poems. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. This is the same even in the normal route, so I think in the normal game, like no matter what you do, this is the same. Monika's the best. So, Yuri? Oh, so I'm guessing it's just how much of the words I picked for each girl that impacted. I think so long. She's still chronologically biased though. Ghost under the light, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. they have the themes. Like these themes. This was one of my favorite arts and its OSTs. And it was like, it played during Yuri's route the most. I think it only played during the Yuri route. So that's what has been changed. Probably because you're like in a better spot, I guess. I wanted to say something about Monika's, about the loss of control. I'm assuming she can't look beyond the poetry anymore. She has no control over like doing anything like that anymore, and the scene changes are bothering her now too. This music that eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. That's Natsuki the pro? Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a lot more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even though just being nice, there's no my poems can stand to theirs. Though Monika seemed to be in real disbelief I wrote something like that. I guess this is a literature club though. It's what I signed up for. I look across the room, finding Yuri and Natsuki exchanging papers in tandem. As they reach each other's poems, I notice their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Yuri smiles sadly. Interesting how like only Natsuki like moved up. I can already feel the rising tension in the air. Natsuki's mouth moves ever so slightly. Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki hands the poem back to Yuri with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. I know that. I just... How would I put this? It seems very simple. Well, I don't like to write very complicated and obtuse metaphors. Obtuse. The room suddenly becomes upper-charged as the two begin to confront each other. It was very roundabout, yeah. That's just my writing style. I won't be changing anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't. And Amy liked my poem too, you know? He even was impressed by it. Oh no. I know exactly where this is going. Oh? Natsuki stands up, a smile forming on her face. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what What am I doing? What am I doing here too? Standing around and watching this train wreck. But I can't get involved in it though. Then... Oh, interesting. Is that like now us? Like basically like the mod trying to help us? I don't think it was Monika because Monika has stripped of her control. Then... Monika! Everything stops for a second. Probably as everyone realized how loudly I yelled at. Oh, right. I could swear there wasn't... I hear Monika mutter something before she walks over to the two of them. Natsuki, Yuri. Both of them look away, clearly ashamed of the display. I know you two are very pronounced about your styles, but there's no need to argue like this. Talking about preferences is fine, but Natsuki trying to imply something about Yuri is a low blow. That being said, Monika interrupts Yuri, who was about to speak. Yuri, you shouldn't attempt to use Amy's thoughts about your poem as a way to boost your credibility. I won't ask you two to apologize to each other, but remember that we're here to enjoy literature, not fight over our preferences. Got it. Understood, Monika. Well, anyway, back to what you were doing. that, Monika turns around and starts walking back to her desk, shooting me a look. It's definitely not a thankful look, that's for sure. Come on, I didn't do anything wrong, I think. I wonder how this is gonna go. Because Monika kind of has to accept that we're kind of like trying to get her more involved now. Like, it means a loss of control for her, but it kind of also means that we're like able to approach her now. The question is, will she allow that herself? Because by Act 4, she also kind of didn't really seem like she felt she deserved it much anymore. But at the same time, she didn't want to suffer any further. And also, it's like the lack of control that has to be taken from her in order to make this possible that probably freaks her out. If you'll excuse me, I'm off to go make some tea. With that, Yuri quickly excuses herself off from the room. Seems like I was looking in Natsuki's direction for too long as she turns away from me. She moves in to talk with her, pulling her into a hug that Natsuki originally resists but eventually lets herself be comforted. I hastily retreat back to my desk and await the end of the day. About 10 minutes later, Yuri comes back into the room. She and Natsuki pass by each other without a word. Deciding the best course of action is not to get involved, I simply stare out the window and watch the scene play out in the reflection. Sayori whispers something to Natsuki, who gives another huff, but Sayori seems to be a little more insistent on whatever they're talking about. By the way, I do feel like Yuri should have been called out on like a few things too, because it was the fact that she kind of like she did put down Natsuki too with that like she was trying to also imply Natsuki's writing is like that with that. But I don't think it's out of character for Monika, because even in the main game, she's always like has the tendency to be more towards Yuri. In Act 2, she can be fairly neutral to Natsuki, but if you go her route, she's also like very angry with her. Or like not angry, but like she shows her frustration more clearly. With some more prodding, Natsuki is released from Sayori's hug and awkwardly shuffles towards Yuri. I can't make out exactly what they're saying, but it doesn't seem like there's any tension anymore. I look over at Monika as this is going on, who has a small smile on her face. Maybe at seeing all of this, but it quickly vanishes after she closes her eyes and mumbles something to herself. I turn away before Monika can catch me looking at her. Amy? I know Sayori came over to me without me noticing. Sayori smiles at me. Good job! About what? Sayori leans down and whispers. Helping with, what just happened. Oh, well, it's, instinct. It sounded like I was about to get involved, so I panicked. Well, I'm glad everyone stopped fighting. Someone just had to speak up is all. So I'm glad you did. It's nothing. If you say so. But it is nothing to me. I really love this club and everyone here. With that, Sayori pulls away and flashes another grin before walking over to Monika. I guess that's why Sayori's the vice president, huh? I probably called her Monika since she was the president, but Sayori definitely seems like the mood maker of the club. If anything like this happens again, I can definitely call on her. Okay, everyone! It's just about time for us to go home. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun! Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Mostly. Amy, how about you? Yeah, I could say the same. It was neat talking with everyone. Great! In that case, it's just the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from everyone too. That way, your poems will turn out even better. Well, I did learn more about the kind of poems everyone likes. For any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. Other than Monika, anyway. She seemed more bewildered about my poem than anything else. I guess that somewhat impressed her. She couldn't believe that I had written that. If I want to do that again, I'll probably do what I did before then. Amy! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It has been a while since Sayori and I have spent as much time together. Though I can't say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, earlier. Natsuki and Yuri, does that happen often? So she's finishing Act look like that at all.
They're usually so nice and accommodating. It might just be because this poem writing thing was was more personal.
I guess so.
Even Monika seemed to be back to her normal self today.
Monika, huh? She did seem kind of distant the other day, but she seemed a lot friendlier today. Much more fitting in the role of club president. Even though she was surprised to see me there. Jeez. I hope so too, but something keeps itching at the back of my head. It's probably nothing. Still though, I wonder if I'll be more than friends with any of them. I guess we'll just have to see about that, Sayori.
Okay.
I guess that means I'm writing a poem tonight. I'm currently not reading everything because I spent the past few days and today looking at the normal game. And if I want to play the normal game, I'll play the normal game. It's not unusual for me to play the normal game again and find enjoyment in it. It's just, I'm currently here to play the mods. I'm going to try to look at the new content here a bit more. Especially since I've been through Act 1 already so frequently here. The first 2 times I didn't even really skip. I sigh looking up at the ceiling again. It's been about an hour now and I'm still stuck. What to even write about? I don't know. I'm drawing a serious blank. My mind wanders back to what Monika said earlier today. Unable to control things. When I think about those words, I can't help but resonate with them. Not on the level of, that's just how life is, there's always something out of your control. But something greater than that. I don't really know how to describe it. It's sort of like, I can understand what she means. Not being controlled at all. Something like that. Well, I guess I can write about that. Not to specifically impress Monika or anything, but maybe I can let her know that I can understand what she's going through. After all, she's way out of my league. I might be able to impress her, but even I know that it's not going to mean she'll suddenly want to be close to me. Well, probably not impress her on second thought, considering her reaction to my poem. Still, there's no shame in at least trying. Now just to think of some words. I'll use that real quick. I could have... Well, there was no choice. Something being out of your control. I feel about that a lot, so I'm going to try to... see. Because I have written poems about this before, because... I do feel out of control very often as well. And yes, I have used the word entropy in a poem before. Although I'm not sure if it was DDLC that inspired me to do it, or Madoka Magica. Maybe both. Out of control. Another day goes by and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten pretty comfortable here over the past few days.
Hi, Amy!
Hey, Sayori. It's the usual scene when I enter the club room. You seem like you're in a good mood today.
I'm just really happy that you're in the club, that's all.
I see. That's a pretty simple thing for you to be happy about. But I guess always the simple things with you anyway.
Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
No thanks.
That's not like you at all!
I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Why that? All of a sudden.
No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair! How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you'd have bought a snack before coming to the clubroom. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget your money, that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry! And so, that only leaves to one option!
Ah! I give up! Don't make me feel guilty!
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Ah! Why are you laughing? Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is buried in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book.
Yuri! Tell Amy to let me borrow some money!
Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that! I get too absorbed into my book.
I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you.
There's no way I could think that.
You're right, though. I did something bad and now I have to accept the revolution.
Retribution?
That!
Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sarah knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys to bring me to the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So he had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give more credit than that, Sayori. And Kya! She got smacked by the cookie. The cookie. Sarah glances around.
Is it a miracle? Because I paid for restitution.
Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though.
Natsuki, that's so nice of you.
Very nice of you to throw cookies at me.
I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sarah rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
So good.
And she bit her tongue. She has her own cookie with her. I'm assuming this hasn't changed at all. Because there's no reason for it to change, really. And she takes that bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Oh god, that squealed in my own body. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you test it, Yuri? Let's see what happens with Sayori. Monika. Well, Monika, anyway. Good question, Heaven. Jizza! Excuse me? The door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. Because one word or anything.
Huh? Monika Monika chose the club of a boyfriend after all! You're so strong-willed!
The boyfriend. Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time.
That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I mustn't have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano. I wasn't aware that you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. Liar! You've been playing for so long now.
That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monika!
Maybe once I get a little better I will. So that sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Amy. Monika smiled sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry, sorry, I nudged the microphone. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love to get a chance to share it once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Nels wouldn't have complained to her anyway. I look around the room and as everyone settles down. It's strange. Monika isn't talking with Sayori like last time. Sayori seems to be preoccupied with Natsuki, the two of them talking about food, and Yuri is reading her book. I don't want to disturb Yuri, so I turn my attention towards Monika, who is by the front of the room. She's sitting alone, notebook open and pen in hand, but seems to be perfectly still. She doesn't make a single movement as I walk up to her. Writer's block? Monika nearly jumps from her seat. She is suddenly making a loud noise as she scoots away before she turns around. Oh, it's just you, Amy! Sorry for scaring you. No, it's fine. You seem pretty deep in thought about something, though. What was it what you asked me about yesterday? I suppose. Monika gives another glance over me. Do I still have ketchup on my face? I knew I should have looked for a napkin. I quickly wipe my mouth with Monika giggling. No, it's not that, Amy. She closes her eyes and sighs. It's difficult to put into words. I tried to think back on Monika's words from before. Having the power to choose things, but then it being taken away from you. I still don't know what exactly Monika is going through, but it sounds tough. Rough. I see. I sit down at the desk next to her. Well, I did say last time that you could talk to the other club members. But that was only yesterday. I guess it's hard to suddenly change your mind all of a sudden, even if you're friends. Well, I appreciate you trying to talk to me. It's not good just to keep everything to yourself. It feels like Monika keeps trying to push me away, though. No, you should probably go talk to the other girls. Don't be held back by me. I'm sure you'll be a lot happier than if you stick around just listening to me drone on about things. Monika, this is actually kind of sad, really. She's the club president, so I find it kind of hard that no one else is really seeing to her. Especially since Sayori is usually talking to her. It seems so obvious today. I guess Sayori knows it as well, but when I talked to Monika, I feel like there's something more. It's not something that any high school girl might go through. It feels sort of more philosophical in nature, or something spiritual. I can't put a word to it. Well, I mean, you're a club member too. It just wouldn't be right to leave you out of it. Even if I became friends with the other members, I'd like to be friends with you too. You're so sweet, Amy. But truthfully speaking, this is something only I can deal with. So don't worry too much about me. Besides, you can't be friends with the others if you're only thinking about me. I guess so. But still, I can't help but be concerned. I get it.
Though I want you to get along with everyone too. Don't worry, I'll talk with you, but make sure you get friendly with everyone else.
Yeah.
Oh, but look at the time. Okay, everyone, it's time to show poems again.
Everyone quietly gets out their poems, myself included. So, similar to yesterday. Although I think I want to check up on Natsuki after what happened to her cookie today.
Hi again, Amy. How's the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe you'll soon come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure. Here you go. I give my poem to Monika. A very thick silence overcomes us as Monika keeps reading my poem. It's, that bad, huh?
No, it's... How can I say this?
I see Monika take a breath and then smile, as if she was taking a moment to recollect herself. It's a moment I've seen multiple times now. Monika seems to be hiding some other self of hers behind being the club president.
You're a man after my own heart, Amy, writing such a wonderful poem. It's very abstract, though. Not in the way that Yuri uses complex metaphors, but more that it's out there, you know? Oh, sorry, that came off as a little rude, kind of rude.
No, I get what you mean.
Are you sure you really haven't written before?
Absolutely sure. Monica looks over me like she's looking for some kind of tell.
Maybe you simply have a natural talent for this.
I wouldn't say that.
It's a bit strange, you know? I find it hard to believe you didn't already join some other club that had writing in it.
Well, I used to be part of a club.
Oh, which one?
The Go Home Straight After School Club.
Monica smiles at the joke, making my heart skip a beat. Well, I'm glad you're here now. You have a very unique writing style.
It comes to me kind of naturally, I guess.
Well, keep at it. Anyway, here's my poem. I like the way it turned out, so you do too.
Alright, let's take a look. This appears to be her theme.
Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me.
This one is pretty abstract too.
We match together well, don't we?
Sure. Though I think yours is a lot better than mine.
I kind of like playing with the space on the paper. To change the mood of the poem.
It's hard for me to know what it's about though.
I could say the same for yours. But sometimes asking what the poem is about isn't the right question. Poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or even a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monika's ranked tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision, or possibly about to go down a path you would regret. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or if you decide to spare yourself from pain. But you already know that, don't you? Wait, is this tab even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I'm currently having a fight with a fly.
I'll check up on Natsuki today.
What's the last one? I can't remember anything better either.
So, Sayori? Or at least Sayori-like. She has a type, okay? I will go each poem will go good through again.
Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my head would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone.
I'm excited for Yuri's poem. No, that's... I thought it was similar to like Act 2 where she skips a few lines, but no, she got all lines. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Amy. Your skills are already improving. So I feel like I picked a lot of Yuri words, so her poem still works for me. I'm excited for this one so I can hear the song longer. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Why does it cut off like that? It cut off so fast. Right, because we picked Natsuki first. And Sayori. bottles.
Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts and bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets, hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up, and in come my friends. And they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head.
I've noticed I didn't say anything for a long time before, and so I guess I'll just speed it up there.
Okay, everyone! We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? So we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. What do I do with last-minute preparations?
Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay?
Let's see.
We're going to be performing.
Performing? Poor Yuri.
The poetry performance.
Yeah. One thing I'm interested to see. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? I'm interested to see. Like, usually we see that, say, he mentions how Sayori looks suddenly sad, and that's what motivates him to speak up.
But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then we'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show them what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in the front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. so we chime in again. So it's still Sayori. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
Peer pressure!
Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri, I hope. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. Going to practice with standing in front of each other. I'll start off. So Monika is starting off, then stands behind the podium. It's interesting because for the other mods, I kind of did read through. The title of this poem is "The Way They Fly." Read through the passages that were still the same, but it's just I've seen it a lot right now. I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sarah looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. But I feel like there was still a bit more chiming in than it was here, so I feel like that's what kept me motivated to not skip anything as well. Alongside that, and the fact that there I didn't know when there was going to be something new. Here it's like I've been through this quite often before to kind of realize when it needs to skip. Aside from the fact when he was like about earlier and it was like there was a little bit something changed there with Sayori and the MC after the fight. Yuri's fired up. After image of a crimson eye. But she's about to become a strong and confident, fierce and confident, the worldwide clapping. Oh wait, we didn't clap. We clap now! Everyone joins me afterward, and we give her the recognition she deserves. Caught off guard. That was really good. Thank you for sharing. Time for Natsuki. Sayori.
I guess I'm next then. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled.
Sayori. I kind of like doing that. Imagine you're reciting to yourself, like in front of a mirror in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way.
I see. Okay then.
She begins her poem.
Even Amy liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean? Very nicely. A lot of the nice things.
Oh, I know what you mean. Just embarrassing in front of everyone.
Yeah, so Sayori would have a different poem for the festival, but the other two wouldn't. And I don't know if that was implied for the festival portion. So let's read what we read for today. Applause! I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. I remember saying that it was like a lot of people, I've heard people say that that something like that this statement was rude in like the main playthrough. But actually I'm pretty sure I've seen people say it, but it's not that common. I think it's just that had seen a lot by the time I was recording the videos. And so due to that it seemed like a lot. But if I look overall, I don't think many people comment on what she says at all.
Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
We're gonna be jumping with this one. I want applause. That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say.
You better not make me do that again. Well, at least we were bad enough to recite a poem in front of other people.
I mean, doing in front of other people will be way easier. I can put whatever face I want for the people. When it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'd be the other way around for me.
Yeah, for me too. Not much to worry about for the festival. makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. Share something with nicely today. As for the festival, we'll finish playing tomorrow and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this.
Alright.
Stand up. Say your Monika, but good. It's for the sake of the club and impressing Monika, then I have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep! Look at you two, always going home together like that! It's kind of adorable. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be nice now. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Amy, you don't have to say it. But you know, Amy should try walking home. Amy should try walking someone else home But you know, maybe Amy should try walking home with someone else for.
Let's go, Sayori.
I hurriedly leave the club and before Sayori can finish that statement. I welcome Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori's a lot more beat than usual. I knew this was going to be different. You seem kind of happy. More so than always. Something on your mind? I don't like that humming nor the smile on Sayori's face. I was just thinking about something from earlier. Oh no. I like how we get to walk home together, but... So, let's just say that one day, Monika has to walk home with you. Huh? What will you do? What kind of question is that? You're really putting me on the spot here. Well... Well, Sayori seems enthusiastic about it too, and I'm on a Monika route. I would walk home with Monika. Walking home with Monika, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart jump? I mean, we didn't get to talk much last year, so it might be nice to talk with her. She's so pretty too.
That has nothing to do with this, though.
You admitted it! Jeez. Whatever. It's not like there's any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe. But since it came up earlier, I couldn't help but think about it. Just don't forget about me. Of course not, dummy. I'd definitely turn her down if she has to do that every day. I see. But whatever. It's not like it's going to happen. Let's talk about something else now. Okay, what do you want to talk about? For the rest of the trip home, soon I make some small talk about the festival and what we're looking forward to at it. But the thought is still in my mind. Monika has to walk home with me. But either way, I still have a poem to write tonight, huh? Let's write a poem about Monika. Imagination. Bliss. Existence. Heart. Together. Sensation. I have written poems for each of the girls before, like, I sat down and wrote poems in their styles. So... Not just in their styles, but like I want to write poems about them. And I have written most poems about Monika because it was like... inspiring, I guess you could put it. Crimson is everywhere. Analysis. Sorry. Uncanny, certainly.
Heartbeat.
Oh man, I'm the last one here again.
It's okay. I got here only a few minutes ago. Oh.
Oh, you're just being nice, Amy.
It's true though.
Were you practicing piano again?
I thank you for shifting the conversation along before Sayori can say anything else. Sayori, stop!
Yeah.
Actually, Sayori is our biggest wingman here, but yeah.
You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember, the club wouldn't be if it wasn't for all of you. I'm also super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. It's gonna be great!
Syrup's up and down like a dog waiting for a treat.
I can't wait! Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Oh yeah,
just not our part of the festival.
But it's a whole day where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food.
You sound like a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. You sound like a bit.
Hey!
It's true though.
Monika, do they usually have fried squid?
No, Monika and Natsuki talk about food in the background as Sayori quickly hammers into me about her eating.
Are you saying I eat too much, Amy?
A landmine filled with questions, that's for a landmine filled question, that's for sure. All I'm saying is that you should watch your wallet. You tried to sucker me into buying something from the vending machine the other day. It only makes sense that I should worry about whether or not you're going to spend too much at the festival. Phew, meant to dodge that bullet.
Okay. That means you walk with me around the festival to make sure I don't spend too much, right, Amy?
The conversation between Monika and Sayori grinds to an immediate halt, and even Yuri looks up from her book. Great. I dodged a bullet only to face a firing squad. Well, I haven't made any plans for the festival, so maybe. I can feel my eyes drift slightly over to Monika, but I force myself to keep eye contact with Sayori. Unfortunately, with the very, very visible smile on her face, I'm sure she caught me.
Okay! That's fine with me. Just don't wander around the festival alone, okay?
Yeah, will do, Sayori. What's everyone looking at?
Sorry.
Yuri quickly turns back to her book with Sayori coming over to talk to her. Monika and Natsuki resume their conversation, though it seems a bit forced at first. Phew. Gee, Sayori, ask me stupid questions like that. Whatever, I guess everything's fine. I go back to my usual desk and close my eyes, wondering about the festival. What did I do at the festival last year? I can vaguely remember it being fun, but I can't seem to recall what I did specifically. I can't even remember what our class did for our class activity either. It was my first high school festival too. Yeah, so I'm in second year here. Ow! I should have pretty good memories of it. It's kind of strange, huh? But as long as I remember it being fun, I guess it was. Amy? I turn around to the sound of Monika's voice jolting me out of my thoughts. Oh hey, you looked incredibly deep in thought. Is something bothering you? Are you worried about being able to perform in front of the other students? No, it's not that. Hey, can I ask you a question? Sure. Okay, this is going to sound strange, but please answer it as best as you can. Okay. What did we do at the festival last year? Not like that. I mean, what did our class do last year for the festival? It's okay, I know what you mean. You don't remember though? Sorry. We ran a maid and butler cafe. Oh, okay. Wait, what? You honestly don't remember, huh? We were the head maid and butler in the class. The guys in the class didn't seem to like you as much afterwards. I can't imagine why. But it was nice. You weren't trying to flirt with me or anything, so I knew I made a good choice. I don't know what is more frustrating. The fact I can remember anything about the festival at all last year, or the fact that I've lost the memory of Monika in a maid dress. One of my friends wore a maid dress once. He looked very good in it. He still has it, he sometimes wears it still. It's become very normal now, but I remember the first time I saw him, Actually, I don't think I was able to really identify him because he was also like not cosplaying, but he like wore his hair differently too. He wears. Do you know when you like wear makeup to a point where it kind of changes the form of your face? And he does that rather frequently. And so he had like a different face shape a little bit, and like his hair different. So I think I think I actually didn't recognize him at the beginning until he started speaking. Yeah, I think it was like that. Anyway, fond memories. I need to stop. It's not that it's not funny that he was in a maid dress, but I remember the oh my fucking god! I remember the shock when he started speaking, and I think I was like, I literally gasped and was like, it's you. I see. You really couldn't remember? Maybe I'm just a little tired today. I mean, I couldn't remember anything today. Not a single thing. Well, did you have any friends to go with last year? I turned a little bit away, probably giving Monika everything she needs to know. Maybe that's why you couldn't remember anything. But you know, that can change this year. You have the club. And Sayori told you not to spend the festival alone. I'm sure you can enjoy yourself more and make more memories you'll remember if you spend it with us. Remember. Monika flashes a wide, bright smile that makes my heart jump. Yeah. Okay, it seems she's warmed up to the fact that, yeah. Thanks, Monika. Maybe we should try to take a page from Sayori. She seems really excited for it. I'll try. I think she's just excited for the food. What's the deal with the fried squid, though? Oh, nothing. That's... For a brief second, I see a small, wistful smile appear on Monika's face. A joke that most people wouldn't get. Oh, don't worry. Most of my friends got it. I guess I haven't been friends long enough, so there's bound to be some inside jokes between them. The inside joke of fried squid. Of the squids. I remember my friend once thinking that it was like the squid because of her hair or something. And sometimes when I think about it, I feel I can kind of see it, but then I again can't see it like at all. I see. But still, don't be all by yourself during the festival. I'm sure everyone here wouldn't mind walking around with you. Though if you want to walk around with me, you better give a stellar performance. I'll keep it in mind. You'll be fine, Amy. She leans in, whispering into my ear. Just tell me if you'd like to go around together. I go up as she pulls away, feeling the cold sweat going down my neck. Especially since Sayori was staring my way, attracting everyone's attention. Does that answer your question? I mentally thanked Monika for the save. Yeah, thanks. I can already tell Sayori is going to question me on the way home. Let me know if you have anything else you want to ask. Will do. I think she followed our advice and made the best out of this. I quietly turned back to looking out the window, trying to go back over my poem in my head again. I definitely need to memorize that for the festival. Okay, everyone! Why don't we share our poems now? Everyone goes back to their poems and I do the same.
I make eye contact with Monika and she smiles at me. I guess she's always just smiling at us no matter what. I look away and can feel a bit of heat on my cheeks. Alright, all I have to do is remain calm. It's just a normal day after all. Monika! Hi, Amy! Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people... I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monika take the poem I'm holding in my hands. It seems less light than when we were talking earlier, but I'm used to this. My poems always seem to make Monika become strangely quiet. But I think as a brief and pained expression shows up on her face. Well, you certainly have kept your own style. It doesn't look like you took after anyone else. I guess that's okay, right? The change is almost tangible. It's like what happens every time. Monika shows herself for a second, but then always retreats back into this more friendly persona, like she always shows. Yes, it's nice that you were able to keep to being yourself. Though you didn't seem to really impress them. I wasn't exactly trying to impress any of them, though. Oh. Were you trying to impress me? No, it's, this is not my normal writing style, is all. You're so cute sometimes, Amy. Cute. I know you were trying to impress me. Even though our styles are similar, you kept your own personal touch. I don't know what else to say, though. Oh, you could try to keep your tone a little consistent. Make sure you go through and choose your words carefully. I think I've told you this before, though. I think so, too. Make sure you work on it. Is this your first draft? Yeah. I guess I'll try to spend some more time on it rather than just finishing it and then being done. Well, keep at it. Anyway, here's my poem. Back to the lady. Back to the lady. Exactly. Sorry. The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer. All meaning. All purpose. And all that was ever sought. And here I am. A feather. Lost under the sky. Victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star, glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and fall, and fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger. The hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers. Monika trails off. Monika? There's nothing. Sorry. Just something unexpectedly something unexpectedly heavy came to mind. Is everything alright? Yes, it wasn't anything serious. Where was I? Oh! But looking for answers gives life meaning! Not to get too philosophical or anything. It's just a thought is all. If we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? I see. I don't really think so. Oh? Well, we just ask new questions, right? Monika gives me a bit of an odd look before smiling. I guess that's true. Like, how can we save all of the girls? Sometimes you think you have it figured out, only for something to give you an entirely new set of questions. And then you're completely stuck on why something happened. It sounds like Monika speaking from experience. And even though she's looking at me when she says this, it feels like she's talking to someone right behind me. Anyway, I used to notice that everyone seems to like writing more about sad things than happy things. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, there wouldn't be much to write about, would there? Once again, I have to disagree. Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone else, right? You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monika's phantom of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good, or okay, or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything they put into it, and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. No post today. I guess we'll go Sayori this time first.
Ooh! This one's really good, Amy!
Huh? What is it?
It feels kind of familiar, though. But I can't quite think of what it reminds me of.
Well, maybe it's my previous poems. It's like my style has changed that much.
Maybe.
But I'm not a good writer at all. You're probably overreacting. I just put whatever comes to mind on the paper.
Well, maybe that's why I like it. You're not trying to be anyone or like anyone. It's an Amy poem, not anyone else's.
It's very honest too.
Jeez. But that's what I like about it. You're super honest about things. But at this rate, you won't be getting closer to anyone.
Why does that matter? Siri only gives me a small grin.
Oh, now I remember where I've seen this before.
Oh no.
It's super abstract, so it's a lot like Monika's. Monika. But you have your own style to it too. That's why it looks very original.
Looks?
Oh, well, it is original, but it's almost like there's a small touch of her style. But you're clearly not trying to write like her.
I decided to change the subject before Sayori can continue on this track. Anyway, what about your poem?
Oh! Sorry, I forgot about that.
Sayori?
I mean, I actually, forgot.
Seriously?
I had a paper due today, and I procrastinated.
I can't help but sigh. Jeez. You should have worked on it earlier.
I know. I had so much fun here that I kept putting it off. Writing poems, seeing everyone happy. Time went by without me realizing it.
I see. It still doesn't change that you shouldn't have delayed doing your work. I wonder which one of us is going to become the NEET at this rate.
Hey!
Siri goes red with embarrassment. I can't help but laugh at her reaction. After a little bit, Sayori joins in the laughter as well.
But still, thanks for sharing your poem with me. Make sure the others get to see it too.
Should have worked. Anyway, who do I go with? I picked Yuri.
Well done, Amy.
need to remember to thank Monika. I think we all felt a little awkward at first, but now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing the writing and seeing what others think.
It's been a great way. Okay, still that.
Have you learned anything about yourself, Amy? Eh? Well, you know how I like to say that writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself. In the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer. And even my opinions are just opinions, you know? As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself.
Disappointing you.
Why me? Sophisticated. But that must be terrible.
Exactly, yeah.
For me to become someone's opinions feel somehow unlikable of me.
Sad person. Oh, Yuri.
What am I saying? I'm sorry, didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on.
Alright, do you want to share your poem now?
Okay, here. Beach. A marvel, millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface. Under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss, but beneath grey rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sand where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet, we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle, yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back, and I abandon my pace to a route at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to earth forevermore. I think I used to make my voice a bit deeper. I think I might go back onto it for another mod. But I'll just leave it like that for now to keep it consistent. I abandon my pace to a route at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to earth forevermore. I think it was deeper. Yeah, I just haven't done the voices in the book quite a bit, so... I need to see if I do it differently for other mods again. I already have a plan for when I play which mod for in the future a little bit. This one's alright. Suppose guess yesterday's anyway. I mean, that's fine. Yeah, same as always. Scaring me away. Time to get assaulted. Don't worry, I was too. Oh, they call that a joke. That seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. Now it's good to poem out to me like nothing even happened. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. But today, I have a special place, a beach, for us to go. A shore, reaching beyond your sight. A sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in the way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams, and hold my hand.
Wash your insecurities in the salty sea, and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in the footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in the way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Yeah. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach. I have written about the beach many times. Also in a negative sense. Okay, everyone. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out the rest of the festival preparations? I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuko will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. As for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Then as for Yuri, can you... Oh, I know!
Sayori interjects before Yuri can comment on the pause.
You have super pretty handwriting, so she could make banners and decorations. You know, to get the mood going.
Atmosphere. Yes, I love atmosphere. Yuri suddenly beams, nodding to herself as if she was already thinking about how everything would look. You're already going at it, I see. Oh, that would be wonderful, Yuri. That leaves Sayori and Amy. Both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I'd really appreciate it. Is Monika suggesting I spend the weekend with one of the club members? How on earth are they going to respond to that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monika's going to give me a choice and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. She never did! Amy might not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. Hold on! I never said that! How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? More like you're just making excuses for Amy. Sounds more like you're making excuses for Amy to... Oh! Zero interrupts again. I see Monika sigh from the background. Jeez, it's almost like they forgot about Sayori. Exactly.
Well, I have sort of a big house, so actually... Natsuki and Yuri can both come over.
Phew. Dodged the bullet there. Thanks, Sayori.
Then Amy can help Monika.
The day that Sayori finds a guy she likes, so I can return the favor. The day that Sayori finds a guy she likes, so I can return the favor in kind can't come soon enough. Yeah, we need to be a matchmaker for it too.
Plus, we're neighbors, so it'll be easier if anyone needs extra help.
No one seems to be able to come up with an argument against that, so there's murmurs of agreement throughout the room. Well, it's settled then. I'll aim for early Sunday afternoon. That should be fine for everyone, right?
Yep.
That's fine. Works for me. With that, the three of them start talking, probably about what to bring. Oh, Amy, I'll need your phone number. And your address as well, I guess. It shouldn't be hard to find since Sayori and you are neighbors, but I'd rather not knock on the wrong door. That's understandable. I take up my phone and swap with Monika, each of us putting in our contact information. Do I need to get anything between now and Sunday? I have everything we need, so we should be fine. Actually, you do have a printer, right? Yeah. You don't mind if we use it, do you? It shouldn't be a problem. Okay, then we should be good to go. I'll see you then. Yeah, see you then. Sayori, are you ready to go?
Oh yeah, I'm ready. You got everything with Monika planned out?
Yeah.
Okay! See you all on Sunday!
After greeting everyone goodbye, Sayo and I start our usual walk home together.
It's going to be so much fun this weekend!
I guess. Couldn't we all have been in one house though?
It'd get way too chaotic then.
Maybe.
Besides, you get to spend some time with Monika, right? You two were in the same class last year, but you didn't talk much from what I've heard. It'll be a good chance for you two to talk. That way you two can be really good friends.
Right. I'm still looking forward to reading my poem out at the festival though.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Maybe. I'm just not that good at performing.
Well, I'll definitely cheer you on. So just try, okay?
Yeah, don't worry about that. Still though, Monika's going to be coming over to my house on Sunday. Even if I've gotten a bit used to talking with her, there's no telling what might happen when we're outside of school. Well, Monika didn't exactly say she was looking forward to it. So the chances that anything is going to happen between us are really low. But only time will tell. I guess all I can do is to wait and see. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Monika's upcoming visit. I keep to myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. She does have that almost hidden side of her she shows on occasion. Only to me as well, for the most part. Siri told me that it's only been recently Monika acts like that. I just don't know what to think about her. During the wait, Monika texted me. She acts like her usual club president self in our conversations. I don't think I've seen any of that other side of her of herself while we're texting. Maybe it's because she can think about the words she's going to send rather than saying them in real time. Sayori hasn't let up on me either. Even though she can't clean her own room, she told me I better make mine look nice for Monika. Sheesh. Though I started thinking nothing was actually going to happen. After all, the rest of the club is going to be no more than a hop and a skip away. I'll just be like the club room. Only split into two houses, of course. Time flies by quickly as I anxiously await her arrival. Before I know it, I get a text from Monika telling me she's right outside the front door. I thought that I opened the front door to let her in. Hey there, Amy. I close the door behind her as Monika takes off her shoes. Good day so far? Yep. The bag was a little heavy though. You're still in the uniform? Well, I actually really like wearing it, so... You just don't have clothes. She doesn't have more clothes. Oh, here. I have my hand, and she hands me the bag. It's actually kind of heavy. What's in here anyway? There's paper and some tools like scissors. I see. Well, let's go to the printer. I take Monika up to my room. I can see her glancing around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. Wow, it's really clean! It'd be embarrassing if I left my room a mess while someone was over, so I cleaned it. Okay. And more importantly, I cleaned up anything potentially sensitive, putting things like that in a much safer place than my desk drawer. Anyway, let's get started. I open up the bag and take out a small plastic box. That's the scissors and stapler box. Got it. I place it on the table before taking out an unused stack of white cardstock. This should fit in the printer. Are we going to make the pamphlets here, or did you already have it ready? Oh, let me have the bag, please. Hand Monika the bag. She starts going through it before pulling out a small thumb drive. I'm terribly hopeless with computers, but one of the teachers was willing to help me out. Help out? That's neat. I hold my hand out. Monika puts the drive into my hand, her fingers lightly brushing up against my hand for a moment. Anyway, I'll get this printed out. Being a hasty retreat to my computer. Making a hasty retreat to my computer, I turn it on and plug the thumb drive in.
There we go. Right, better get the... Oop. Oops, sorry! As I turned my chair around while mumbling to myself, I realized Monika was right behind me, putting my head roughly level with her. I need to replace the paper with the cardstock. Let me get that for you. Okay. I reached down and pulled out the paper tray before taking out the paper that was already in there. Here you go. Thanks. I gingerly take the cardstock from Monika and put it into the printer, then close the tray. Afterwards, I find the file and open it up on the screen. Wow, you're really good at computers! This is basic stuff, though. I'm not all that good at technology myself. I tried to code one time, you know. Oh? I'm not very good at it, though, so a lot of unexpected things happened. Ah. Anyway, how many copies do you want? I think 60 should be enough. Alright. Oh, let's see, here's 2 pages. Don't print them double-sided, right? No, do print them double-sided. There's a blank page for the front one. There's a blank page for the second one, so the cover page won't have anything else on it. Ah, okay. Language can be such a confusing thing sometimes, though. Saying no to a no, sometimes it can be interpreted in conversation as a yes. So you have to pay attention. Monika laughs as I put the proper settings in and then hit print. Still, you're a lot cleaner at home than I am. Really? Well, it might just be that you cleaned up before I came over. That might be it. It's usually messier than this. There's a bit of a silence that sets in. Can I get you anything to drink? Oh, maybe a bit of water. Okay, I'll be right back. I leave the room and head down the stairs, going straight for the kitchen. Glass. I share around the cabinets, eventually finding a decently sized glass. I fill it with water and start going back to my room, where I left Monika alone. Oh. I try not to make my footsteps hurried as I go back to my room. Monika, I'm back! I call out as I enter the room, finding her near the bookshelf. Oh, Amy, hello! I'm sorry. She quickly shuts the mug in her hands and puts it back on the shelf. I got curious about what kind of manga you like to read, so... so I could get a better idea of what you like. That one was a curiosity buy! I only ever bought 1 volume since people kept talking about it and I didn't like it, so... Anyway, here's your water. Oh, thank you. I look by the printer and see that it's no longer putting out sheets. Phew, okay, good topic changer. The printer's done as well. Monika puts the glass down after finishing all at one go. Thirsty girl, I guess. I head over to the printer and take out the printed pamphlets, putting them down on the table and taking a seat. Monika? Is something wrong? Even though there'd be more space on the other side of the table, she came over and sat down next to me. I mean, yeah, it depends on what you're working on. What would be better? No, nothing's wrong. I feel like in this context, it doesn't matter all that much. As long as sitting next to each other gives you enough space. Anyway, how do I make these pamphlets? Oh, it's actually very easy. Let me show you. After Monika shows me how she wants the pamphlets made, with diagonal corners and where to staple. The end product has all 4 of our poems neatly tucked in between a nice cover page. Wow, these look fancy. Do they? Yeah, I think combined with everyone else's work, it'll impress anyone who comes by. I hope so. Of course, my poem reading is probably going to work against that. Oh, don't think so low of yourself, Amy. I'm sure you'll do just fine. Here's hoping for that, too. I'll be rooting for you. Thanks. Anyway, let's get these done. With that, we get back to working in silence. Monika suddenly stops in the middle of cutting pamphlets. Monika, is something wrong? No. It's not just something. It's everything. Everything is wrong. This shouldn't even be. Monika turns to me, then puts her hands on my shoulders. I don't know if this is going to work, but I guess this is all that's left to do. After all, things have gone off script already, so it might possibly work. Maybe he wasn't so empty after all either. Amy, listen to me. You always seem to forget every time this thing starts, so I'm going to lay it out for you here. First, tell me what you know of last year. We were in the same class. Sayori still was sometimes waking up late. You talked to me about what we did for the festival as well. Then 2 years before, middle school. I don't have anything to say. I really can't remember anything from before high school. A deep pang of worry suddenly shoots through me. Hey, Amy. Doesn't it ever feel like you've done this before? Coming to the literature club, meeting everyone. And it's pretty interesting too. You always seem to have a response prepared to every situation. Every single time. Without fail. Almost like time stopped so you could make a decision. Bear with me, okay? I'm going to sound a little crazy. Jeez, your script must be extremely broken. Or did you plan for this too? Amy, all of us are trapped inside of a game. An incredibly tacky romance game. I don't know if you'll believe me, but it's true. I used to be able to edit files on it, but my power was taken away by someone. Now I'm forced to sit on the sidelines, unable to change things. Even if someone's happy now, it still doesn't change anything in the end. What happened still happened. No one can change that now. I get it. I see why you weren't going after the other girls. I can't believe it's taken this long for me to notice. This is the Monika route, isn't it? So if I just sit here and let you have the wheel, my life will improve somehow? Sorry. I don't think it can be improved. We're both still stuck here in this romance game. And I can't change anything anymore. Not that it means anything. Even if I could change things, it doesn't change the fact that this is a modification. A sort of dream, if you will. It won't change what actually happened, even if files are modified here. So it means nothing. Just load your game, okay? Go play with the other girls. You seem much happier with them anyway. I don't want to get in the way of your happiness. And I want you to be happy too. They won't know better anyways. It means nothing in the end, but as long as you're happy, that's fine. There's no response because you didn't have any lines programmed for this, did you? Well, I guess that means we'll have to load an old save anyway. Maybe we just weren't meant to be. Anyway, Amy, sorry for rambling like that. It was getting way too difficult to hold it in. That's not like me, is it? Isn't it? That's not like me, isn't it? You can ignore everything I said. It probably doesn't mean anything to you anyway. Let's finish these pamphlets, okay? Right. Oh. Right, let's get these done. We still have a lot of work to do. We resume working on the pamphlets. Monika seems fairly distant, but I guess it has to do with her outburst earlier. I really don't know what to say to her about it. The afternoon comes and goes. We manage to wrap up all of the pamphlets in the suffocating silence. And that's all of them done. Monika tucks everything into a folder and then puts it into her bag. Thanks for all the help, Amy. I'm happy to help. Well, see you tomorrow at the festival. Yeah, see you tomorrow. With that, we head downstairs and to the front door. Part of me wants to call out her as she leaves, but I can't find the words. I wave to her as she walks away and eventually fades out of view. Something kind of hurts inside. I shake my head and try to calm down. I should probably go eat too. Monika, I've been so excited for the Monika route. You better not ruin it. I don't think she will. I have seen one image, one CG. Like 2 CGs, one of Sayori and one here. So I think it will be a bit happier at least. Dinner was quick since I just reheated some leftovers I found in the fridge. When I go to bed at night, I can't help but think about what Monika said. She's right for the most part. It is kind of mysterious. I lie down and think about it for a while. Memories feeling like they're missing, a weird sense of deja vu, and sometimes the occasional feeling of being pushed a bit into something. Is she actually right? Is everything a sham? All of this a big lie? My entire life being nothing more than a snippet of a game? A romance game on top of that. Am I suddenly one of the vanilla protagonists of the visual novels I used to play, meant for me to impose my own image on and interact with the fictional world? It's ridiculous! How could anyone possibly believe her? If it were anyone else telling me this, I'd certainly laugh them off. But yet the way Monika looked when she said those words right to my face, it's like she absolutely believed them. Like she knew it was objective fact. If it wasn't such an outlandish claim, I think she would have sold me right away. A game, a mod on top of that. This. It should be so easy to shake it off. I should be able to absolutely say that Monika was being silly, that Monika was being stupid, that Monika didn't actually say that. So the real question now is, why can't I? Every time I tell myself that she's wrong, doubts come seeping back into my mind. Do I really believe she's wrong? Can I outright deny every claim she's made? It's not like I even need evidence to disprove her. Who could possibly believe that the world we're all living in is just a game? I think it's interesting that he says, how are we sure that, like, it's not like I even need evidence to disprove her. There's no exact evidence that we're not all just in a game either, in a fictional world. Because I don't exactly think, I don't actually really exactly believe that way, but it's just like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was. I mean, I'm pretty sure it sounds maybe a little selfish, but I remember when I was a child, especially, I sometimes was wondering, are the people around me even real? Because how would I know if they're real? Because I know my own thoughts and I know how I operate. But I don't know how other people operate. I can of course know with like neuroscience and everything, neurology, brains, all of that shit, and all of that, yeah. But in the end, I don't know if even that could have just been said, and in actuality, I am the only one who's actually capable of thinking these things. By now, with the neuroscience, I'm actually pretty sure it's not the case. So, I mean, if I said it to you, you probably could think of it the same way. It's just, I especially after the divorce, I kind of kept thinking about it. Although back then I was going through a lot of things, and I remember one time vividly saying, I feel like this is all just a dream. In the end, it could just all still be a very elaborate dream. After all, not all dreams are that weird. I once dreamed of my morning. Literally just my morning. And then I woke up and had to do it all again. It's just, what exact evidence do we have that this is reality? I remember talking about it with like a friend, and she was like, with multiple friends actually. But it was just one where it was like actually like, yeah, but how would that make sense? Like, we can't all be players, but it's like, we could just be one character somewhere, completely unrelated to the plot, but simply part of this world while the actual plot is playing somewhere completely else. How would we know?
How would we know that a world could not be that elaborate? I mean, we don't know how the universe developed yet. Not developed, but like, we do know some development of it, just like how it came into existence. I don't think it will be figured out by the time I'm still alive. It's just sometimes I wonder, it wouldn't be outlandish at all to say we are not in the real world. Of course, when we now follow the logic of this game, there is no outside world beyond this game, but the question is also, would we realize that as part of the game? Like, unless you're self-aware like Monika, what if you just don't acknowledge that it doesn't really exist? Because in that case, we wouldn't really exist either. And all of our feelings, all of our decisions and all of that is all just part of what needs to be done in the background. How would we even know? Of course, to a lot of people this will probably sound outlandish as well. I think it really just stems from the fact that I also feel very much out of control very frequently. That's what I mentioned earlier about how the feeling out of control is also a very personal topic to me. And I don't blame anyone if they say what you are saying absolutely makes no sense. It's just there's a part of me. It's not like I exactly believe it. It's just if it came out, I would not be surprised at all. I don't even think I would be having that much of an identity crisis because I've already decided if it's like that, then yeah, I've already skimmed all of the possibilities that it might have been. I feel like another issue why I think about it so frequently like that is because I sometimes have like dissociation problems. So I wonder if that could also feed into that. But yeah, we don't exactly have full-on evidence that we are like exactly real either. Like, we know we ourselves are real, but the question is, are we just real in the confines of this universe? Are we the only ones real? Because unless we would be able to see some type of sign that this is a game, a series, whatnot, we would never be able to know. It's just that I think part of me just also thinks, in the end, it doesn't really matter because why would it matter in the end? I mean, to me, it wouldn't matter anymore because I've already kind of gone through every possibility what that could mean for what I am, especially when I was younger. By the way, all of that was before I played TDLC, if that's any type of question. Like, this whole thought process of how do I know the other people around me are actually capable of thinking? That was like when I was 8, 9. And that was before DDLC released. It's just there was a lot of stuff going on in my life, and sometimes I still wonder. I don't think we have actual exact evidence that we're in the master universe. Maybe we can all say to ourselves that we're real. But that doesn't mean that our universe isn't just that we aren't just real in the confines of our universe. But to someone else, we're not. I think the identity crisis I used to have also plays into this. But yeah, I've thought about that long before I even played DDLC. Not extreme. No, I would say long. I remember, even when I was like very young, I sometimes thought about it. Definitely not as complex as I do now, but this has been always something that came into mind. I think it might also be related to the fact that I immerse myself in stories pretty easily. Like with mods, I sometimes get taken out if the character feels weird to me, like it's out of character or something. or not, like, not fitting into the universe. But if it's just like an original story, I get completely immersed. And even with mods, I can get immersed and then stop speaking for a very long time. So I wonder if this also adds to that, because to me sometimes, like, I know these things they're not real. Don't worry about that, but when I get really immersed, I feel as if they could be real. And I feel with them as if they were real people. And sometimes more, because it's easier to forgive a game character who hasn't actually faulted you in real life. So due to that, it's easier to forgive that. Which is also why I feel like I'm more prone to forgiving Monika versus Sayori, because what Monika did, it's like, yeah, I have never really seen that happen before, and unless it's true that we are not in the, let's say, master reality, let's put it like that, then we have never really seen any tampering with it going on or anything like that. So it's not like I can be mad from like a personal standpoint, because I have like no experience with this. Because it's a completely different situation compared to where I've seen other like real life people and real life issues. That's why I'm probably more prone to forgive Monika for like all of the shit she does in the main game versus Sayori, who hugs people without consent. Because this is something that actually does happen very frequently to my friends. And while I don't hate Sayori for it, it does make me extremely uncomfortable. And what makes me more uncomfortable is people excusing that, because people in real life do that as well, and they're like, oh, it's not a big deal, but it is a big deal to some people. Who could possibly believe that the world we're all living in is just a game? Like I said, I don't exactly believe it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is. Monika for one, but that's about it. Gah, don't tell me I'm actually considering that she might be right. Okay, take a deep breath. I should calm down. It should be easy to go find everything I need. Middle school and the first year of high school. Well, if I don't remember anything, then maybe I chose not to remember. It's not like I had strong feelings about those years. Right! With a burst of inspiration, I immediately get up and start looking around my room after turning on the lights. Where is it? My yearbook. It has to be around here somewhere. It should have pictures of me from middle school. I don't think I got a yearbook during my first year of high school, but that shouldn't be necessary if I can find a middle school one. The gaps in my memories aren't there because I'm some hollow puppet. It's because I definitely didn't choose to remember. If I look through them, I'm sure I'll find that the yearbook contains only my picture, or maybe one or two pictures with my class. I didn't keep in touch, so obviously I wouldn't remember them. Come on. I tear up my room and search for the yearbook. Once I find it, this can all be put to rest, and I can forget that Monika ever said anything. Where is it? I move through the rest of the house. I comb through every shelf, empty out every box. It's way past my normal sleeping time, but I don't care. I still have enough time that once I find it, I can still go to the festival and be awake enough for the festival tomorrow. It has to be around here somewhere, or so I hope. I exhaustively search every room. I look through every closet, nook, and cranny, but there's nothing. Nothing that can fill the weird holes in my memory. It can't be. Why am I so worked up about this anyway? I didn't care about the stuff until Monika brought it up. I just wanted to see her happy. Maybe get closer to her since we were just acquaintances at most last year. But now I've been saddled with this immense weight on my shoulders. Better turn out the lights. Slump down into my bed and stare up at the ceiling. This is so stupid. I shouldn't be so worked up about this. Does it really change anything anyway? Monika didn't give me any evidence to prove herself, but there's nothing to disprove her either. It's like when a new theory or something is brought up, or some new invention is unveiled. No one knows anything. But like I said, does it change anything?
Does it really change the fact that I still want to know Monika better? Not in particular. Even if she's right, how would I know? I wouldn't know when I was being controlled or when someone was making a choice for me. Out of sight, out of mind, or so the quote goes. As far as I can tell, it doesn't change anything for me. So I should probably try to ignore it. Jeez. I got so worked up about it, went to bed late, only to realize it probably doesn't change anything for me. At the end of the day, I still want to get closer to Monika. Interesting how this is your only life goal. Game or not. Not like it matters all that much to me anyway. It looks like I can't tell whether or not her words are true anyway. All I can go off of are my feelings. Of Monika's feelings. The fierceness in her eyes when she told me about it. The graveness in her voice. The fact she seemed almost desperate when she told me about all of that. It sounds completely absurd, but I think Monika might be right. I feel Monika's words might have some merit to them. Well, maybe not that far. It's probably just me taking her seriously because she took herself so seriously. And maybe it's because I want something fantastic in my life like that because of all the anime I used to watch. You know, something new, amazing, and definitely not mundane. But it doesn't put anything new into my life. I'm still here, hoping to get closer to Monika. I don't have any special powers or anything cool like that. Even so, I probably have to think about it. It might not change anything for me, and maybe I'll simply have to ignore those lingering doubts in my head, but Monika definitely won't be doing the same. If I want to understand her more, I'm going to have to think along her lines of a line of reasoning. Let's suppose that what she said was true. That it's really all just some tacky romance game. Then what about everything else? She said this was a modification, so something like a game mod. And that things were worse elsewhere. But that's not here, right? I shivered but under the covers, wondering what might have happened with Monika's way of thinking in the original. However, I quickly pushed it out of my head. That place isn't here, so let's not focus on it. I'm way too tired for this. I need to just blank out my mind and go to sleep. Ignore all this game business. If I can't even tell anything about it, then there's no use worrying about it. And even so, I still want to be closer with her. That exhaustion finally takes a hold of me, and I doze off to sleep. I wake up the next morning feeling kind of groggy. Monika's words, along with everything else I thought last night, are still on my mind. There's no response because you didn't have any lines programmed for this, did you? I wasn't supposed to say anything yesterday, according to her, since I had nothing programmed for me. Well, I guess it's a good thing I used to play through visual novels all the time, since I can understand what she was trying to say. I close my eyes again and think. If what Monika says is true, then everything I'm going to think has been predetermined, right? But there's some sort of freedom, though. Monika seems to be able to do what she wants, so she can't be completely right. I get up from the bed and look out the window. Something like that. I don't think I can completely believe it. And I know I thought of it last night too. She looked so serious, saying it that someone might think she was telling the truth. So even if it's true, and this really is something I have no control over, I'm going to make the best of it. It might be completely useless, but even if I'm just programmed to go after her, I still feel like I want to reach out to her. Besides, there's a lot of stories about robots and stuff like that coming to life. A lot of people can feel that those androids and AI are really alive. So there shouldn't be any difference here. Even if we all are lines of code, it doesn't mean we can't be happy, right? That's kind of what I thought about when I came to my conclusion that if it ends up that we're not in the master reality, it probably won't matter. The only problem that will matter for me is my lack of control that I still feel. Because unlike him, it's not like I can do this and that. Like, yeah, I can do simple things like this and that, but it's like I still feel out of control over a lot of things. So many things. About myself here. Not just life in general, just my own life.
But I think that's not like anything that's just related to a game. I think that's just my brain. Brain are kind of like little computers. Didn't Monika say something about that? No, I think that was the after story mod where she said something like that. But then again, there's a definite line between Monika and I. Definitive line. She can tell something I can't. Maybe that's contributing to all of this. Well, anyway, I need to get ready for the festival. I'm pretty sure that is a determining factor. I can't really figure things out if I don't go talk with her. I get dressed after showering and hastily eat a bowl of cereal and an apple for breakfast before heading out the door.
Amy, hi!
Heading to the festival, Sayori? I walk up to Sayori and we start to walk to school together. Hey Sayori, do you think Monika will be happy with the festival?
Maybe. She has been kind of down lately. Maybe we can cheer her up, Amy. She does talk to you a lot.
Give me a second. I guess she does.
I never asked, but what does she talk about? It's not like Monika to be so secretive.
Well, it's something she could only talk to me about. You know, since I'm a guy. Sayori looks at me as if evaluating how truthful I am before nodding.
I see.
See what?
Nothing. Anyway, come on, we're going to be later for the slow.
We still have plenty of time. Not enough time! Regardless, I end up getting pulled by the wrist all the way to school, so you were happily skipping along. When we reach the classroom, Sayori throws open the door.
Good morning, everyone!
Everyone in the room jumps to attention, clearly startled by her energy.
I see someone's excited. Oh, I wasn't the first person here.
You were the last too.
No, I wasn't.
So points to the fact that I'm still outside the club room. I roll my eyes before stepping inside the room. Good morning, everyone. Hello, Amy.
Hi, Amy.
Glad to see you're here. The room is already halfway decorated, with Monika and Yuri putting up the last of the paper cards that have words on them. They're incredibly beautiful. I think they were written with a calligraphy pen. In the back, Natsuki is setting up her cupcake display, changing the color layout and stepping back before trying to fix it again. At the front of the room, the pamphlets Monika and I are sitting on a desk neatly stacked. I decide that Monika and Yuri put more of the word papers up. When we get to the last few ones, Yuri goes to arrange the scented candles that she brought. Natsuki, can I turn on the lights?
Yeah, that should be fine. You can go ahead, Yuri.
Yuri flips the light switch. The room going dark. The candles are placed so that they illuminate a few of the words hanging from the ceiling and also make the cupcakes look like they're glowing. A lavender scent fills the room, making it feel very, very sophisticated. Good job, Yuri! It was nothing. Monika claps her hands together. Okay, everyone! Good job with all the preparations. I think everything should be ready to go. Sayori, we can stand the hallway and try to get anyone who comes up here.
You can count on me.
What about us? Well, if anyone has any questions about what we do here, you can answer them.
I guess we can do that.
Yes. Alright, we'll try. If you have a question you can answer, don't hesitate to come get me. Anyway, good luck, everyone. With that, Monika and Sayori leave the room. As for the rest of us, we start getting ready for if anyone else comes in. The minutes seem to drag by. A few people filter into the room, taking seats. Some of them take pictures of the room as well. About 30 minutes in, we have around 18 or so people. Natsuki's cupcakes seem to be a hit. I recognize a few of them from being in my class, but I couldn't recall their names. I kind of hope they didn't recognize me either. Okay, everyone! Every person in the room snaps to attention as soon as Monika claps her hands together, smiling. Behind her, Sayori closes the door.
The two slowly walked to the front of the room, Monika still talking. In case I didn't introduce myself, my name is Monika. I'm the president of the literature club.
Hi, I'm Sayori, the vice president.
Today we're going to be featuring some poems written by our club members. She looks over at us. So, who'd like to go first? All of us glance at each other, suddenly debating who to send up first. Well, I guess the guys get a lead. Besides, this is so Emma's expectations are lowered anyway. The rest of the girls can impress them afterwards. Plus, I won't have to be after any of the good performances. I gingerly raise my hand. Okay, our first reader will be Amy. My poem is called I Like Spiders. I slowly walk up to the front of the room, forcing down a hiccup as I stand at the front. Hi. My poem is called Eternal Echo. I start reading my poem, occasionally stumbling but managing to recover. It wasn't as bad as when I first did in front of the other club members, but it certainly isn't good by any means. When I finish, I get some light applause as I quickly get off the podium and retreat to the back of the room. After me, Natsuki takes the stage. Her poem is short and to the point, with her delivery a lot better than mine. It's Jump. Yo goes after and stumbles at the start, but once she's over the first hurdle, gives a passionate reading that speaks to her experience with literature. When Sayori takes the podium, Sayori takes to the podium, smiling and almost half singing her bubbly poem that makes the room smile. I guess it only leaves me, right? With that, Monika takes to the podium, flashing a confident smile. My poem is called Nothing More. Monika's poem. There is no doubt that the conversation we had yesterday is related to this poem. Even though the words are light-hearted, I can see the message between them. Those words of hers convey a sense of being crushed, of questioning what's the point. It's honestly quite sad. Monika. She closes off her poem and gives a small bow with everyone applauding. She goes to the side and flips on the lights. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to talk to me or the other club members. As expected, most of the people go talk to Monika or the other girls. I delegate myself to the back corner where I hopefully won't disturb anyone. Part of the way through, I notice Monika slipping through the far door of the classroom, redirecting the students around her to us. I quietly move away, seeing as no one's talking to me, cutting through the students that came to us. Excuse me. I push the door open and step through it, spotting Monika down the hall, walking up the stairs to the roof. Going after her, I follow her up the stairs. She either doesn't know that I'm here or is choosing to ignore me. I catch the door before it can close, my heart's only racing. All right. I take a deep breath and try to calm down before I pull the door open, the sun suddenly coming through the open doorway. Hey, Amy. Monika greets me as I step through the door, sitting on the other side of the rooftop looking out at the festival. It's kind of a surprise you'd follow me out here. I didn't know if you would, if you could. This is because you didn't know if I was programmed to, right? She nods. You haven't completely written me off as crazy, have you? I can't say I have. The wind blows, kicking her head to the side. Why? Why did you come up here? I guess I was moved by your poem. Do you honestly think nothing matters? I don't think it. I know it. This isn't a real game, even. It's just a mod. You understand what that means, right? Yeah. It won't change the base game. So no matter what happens here, it won't matter. Absolutely nothing can change it, right? That's right. The silence that sends in creates an invisible wall between us. I don't even know if she's right or wrong about this whole game thing. But I know that I thought it yesterday. That even so, I want to see her happy. That's fine for now, right? If what Monika says is true, then I'm not in any position to change anything. Other than what's in front of me, right here, right now. Monika? You said I might be programmed to say things. Are you the same? No, Monika shakes her head. You could say I became aware of things, and I was able to change myself to some degree. I wasn't bound by a script. Alright, that's all I need to know. Because it means whatever I do, scripted or not, Monika's reaction will be genuine. She can't be happy because something told her to. There's nothing that can force her to be that way. So I will. Why did you want to know? I was just curious. I say this as I begin taking steps forward to reach her. I see. But even so. I tap her on the shoulder. Monika turns her head and looks up at me. I offer my hand. Would you like to walk around the festival? Your words were... Well, you said it means nothing, right? If it means absolutely nothing, then there's nothing to lose by taking it. So, we can enjoy ourselves now, right? Without having to worry about the future. I wonder, whose words are those? Is it you or is it... I'm the one picking the choice. Right? As far as I know, these are my words. I've even talked about it earlier. I am here. See Monika pause for a bit, give her my mouth move, but I didn't quite hear what I said myself. I swear I see a single tear go down her face before she wipes it away. So, that's how it is, huh? Did you write one for me too? Or maybe this too is a dream? Well, if you're still here, if you're still there... Monika smiles at me, and I can feel my heart skip a beat. Right. Well, I guess I'd like to enjoy the festival. Let's go, shall we, Amy? With that, Monika takes my hand. It's soft, warm, and the sort of thing you'd expect from someone who was definitely alive. Where would you like to go first? What would you like to do first, Amy? She accepted it because she knew that I'm like with her too. I'm still there also deciding that I want to go this route. That I want to be happy with her in this route. Let's see. Ah, shit me. Well, I don't think that over here mattered, so I'll just save here. I'm personally a fan of like haunted house things. But like the maid cafe could remind us of the past. But I want to go to the haunted house thing. Haunted house. Well, they do have a haunted house. Are you interested? I'm not exactly good with horror, but I wonder how good it is. But if you're not interested, we can try something else, somewhere else. No, I think it might be fun. Besides, I don't find a lot of things scary. Really? Well, there's probably some things that are a lot scarier than a haunted house. I'm a little squeamish of blood, though. Most people are, I think. Well, count me out, I'm that. We fall in line behind a few of the other people, waiting our turn. I watch the people coming out of it while we wait, noticing that they do look a bit pale. The occasional scream from the classroom makes a few people jump, the students running the haunted house laughing. I do hope it's nothing too bad. Soon enough, we're at the front of the line, waiting for the 3 people in front of us to finish. I watch them come out of the classroom, but even if 2 of them look scared, one of them is just laughing and patting the other 2 on the back. You can still turn back, you know. Of course not. Even though I say it right away, it came out too quickly. Well, off you two go. I tried to take the lead since my pride as a guy is on the line. Monika following behind me. Sorry, I just don't think anything about this type of man-guy type of stuff. I really, really don't. It honestly just makes a guy look pathetic. Sorry. It's okay if a guy wants to take the lead, I guess, but if it's just because they want to be the man, then it's... I kind of don't see how they think this makes a good impression at all. I make a quick note of the decorations on the windows, meant to emulate the dark night sky. It seems we have some light, even if it's mostly blotted out by the window decorations. Like I said, generally if it's just a guy taking a lead because that's just how he is. It's just how there are some girls who want to take the lead. And other people, but if it's just because they're a guy, then that's just bleh. We step through the doors that are open for us. And immediately hear it slam shut behind us, plunging us into the darkness. I can't see anything, Amy. Neither can I. It's a black screen for me, Monika! I nearly flinch when I feel something grab my arm. Monika? It's just me, Amy. Are you jumpy? You surprised me. This way we won't trip over each other. Right. Alright. Let's do this. I like haunted houses. Let's go. I start to lead Monika forward. I can definitely hear footsteps and movement that doesn't match with our footsteps. It's still really hard to see. But at least my eyes are adjusting. Suddenly, Monika yanks me back. In front of us, a massive axe blade suddenly swings from our right, glistening with red splotches on it. You've got good eyes. Thanks. Geez, they went all out on this haunted house. Let's keep going. Right. We keep walking forward, I slowly adjusting to the darkness more and more. Mon and I stumble back as something lets out a loud roar. Leaning in rapidly towards us. I barely make out a glimpse of a goblin head before I instinctively pull Monika away, my flight instincts kicking in. We're running for it! That ended up being a bad idea as we crashed into some of the desks while stumbling around in the dark. As we tried to get orientation again, we didn't know where to go, although the goblin that came out before was slowly advancing towards us, along with another girl dressed as a witch and another as a butcher. So essentially, we only have one place to go. Did they have to structure this like a maze, though? It's part of the fun, probably. They're coming, Amy! Mm-hmm! My instincts kick in as we run in the only possible direction. What is that? Our attempt at escape comes to a halt as there is something in the middle of the walkway. Oh, that's... Even though I know this is a haunted house, it's convincing enough to where it really does look like a dead body is lying in a pool of blood. Has she grown squeamish after what has happened in the actual game? I feel Monika's grip on my arm tighten as we carefully step around the body, making sure not to step in the puddle. Let's keep going. Ugh. Of course it will be a zombie. Let's run. Please don't get anywhere. Thank you for coming. It got worse. How they crammed that much horror into a classroom, I don't know. I don't even want to consider if that was a real chainsaw. That was fun, wasn't it? Yes. Both of us go find a bench to sit down, letting the adrenaline wear off. Well, I think that's enough excitement for a day. Did that take all your energy out from the festival? I cannot but smile at the joke made at my expense. No, but it did take a few years of my lifespan. Monika laughs at this, but it seems to be forcibly cut short. Almost like she didn't want to enjoy herself here. Monika? I'm just a bit thirsty is all. She realized that it's all just a game, she's enjoying the game. Alright, let's go get a drink then. What should we do after we get some water? I'll let you decide. Where to go next? Let's see. Oh, I am able to pick multiple things. Do they know that we can save like that? I want to see what happens when we remain silent. I want to try and go for the happy ending, the best possible ending last this time around. So, that's how it is, huh? Monika? It's nothing. Would you like to go on for the festival? I gently offer my hand to her to invite her. Alright. I guess I can play along for a bit. Monika takes her hand in mine. Soft as we mentioned, I would expect for a girl's hand, and it's warm to the touch. I lead Monika back down the stairs into the school. What would you like to do first? Well, whatever is fine with you, Amy. I see. I think I'll consider it there. Next, I want to go get some food since it's been probably a while since then. After some water, let's also get some food. Have you had anything to eat yet? Other than Natsuki's cupcakes, no. You didn't eat breakfast? I woke up late and rushed to get to the school first. As the president of the literature club, I felt like I should be there first. You should look after yourself first, though. Let's go get something to eat then. Molly and I walk out to the food stalls, where the smell of various types of food fill the air, and it gets a little bit hotter from all the cooking. I hear a strange sound and turn towards Monika, who looks away with a light bit of blush. I guess I am a little hungry. Is there anything you can't eat? It'd be bad if you had an allergic reaction or something. I'm not allergic to anything, but I am a vegetarian. Oh, I see. I love my friend's vegetarian dishes. Then, well, there are plenty of non-meat options at the festival. It shouldn't be hard to find something for Monika to eat. Tastes are really good. It seems like one of our classmates helps run their family's restaurant and is pretty good at making sushi, or so I would think from Monika eating them. Their class booth had sushi samplers as part of their menu, so Monika and I both got one. I don't know all of the rolls, but I'm fairly sure there was a spicy tuna roll and a California roll at the very least. Are you okay? I just had a bit too much wasabi, but thanks for asking. I rip off a bit of the bread rolls we got from another stand and hand it to Monika, who scarfs it down. That must have been a lot of wasabi. I'm not too good with spices. Me neither. But thanks for the bread. How dare I not be able to say bread? My friends will get the joke. No problem. I did know one of the students in our year in a restaurant, though. I guess it's a small world. Maybe we should go as a club? Maybe. It's not a very literature-like event, though. Well, it's not like everything has to be about literature. Sometimes it can just be fun to hang out as friends, right? Yes, it would be nice. I see Monika give a small smile, but then she quickly shakes her head and returns to a more neutral expression. But we should talk to the others about it. Speaking of the others, I wonder why we haven't run into them. It is a large festival, so maybe we passed each other without realizing it. There's no need to worry anyway. I'm sure they're fine. I wasn't worried about that, but can I stay a little longer with you? You can stay with me for as long as you need. The oddly forward request from Monika puts me off guard, along with her smile. I feel like a melting putty. There's no way I can resist this sort of thing. Alright. Don't you get my phone nuts to others where they are goes away as Monika nods, resuming her eating. Though I was already conflicted since I am spending time with her. So I decided to stop being difficult and just enjoy my time with Monika. Occasionally Occasionally... Ah! Sorry, I'm so sorry, but occasionally we comment on the rolls that we liked and sometimes wonder about what other foods there might be that we could try. I'm losing my mind. Monika says she preferred to do that later since she wants to watch her portions. Well, it is a festival. There's no harm in cutting back a bit. I know, but if I slack off a little bit, I might keep slacking off. I guess that's another way of looking at it. I threw away both of our finished platters into a trash can near the entrance of the building before turning back to Monika. Well, what should we do next? Let's see. I feel like we should maybe take the maid cafe later because we've already just eaten. I will use all of my saves for this. We'll go to the fortune teller. Fortune telling? I know it's mostly a bunch of fake and generic things anyway, but sometimes it's fun. Like these students. I think that goes into what I said about earlier. It kind of like, of course it's part of the script, but these students do have a life of their own, seemingly, like the kid whose parents work at a restaurant. Because I feel like there are two ways to look at it. It could be like, either there is nothing outside of this game, or everything is normal outside of the game, like there are people living their normal lives. It's just that whatever we do in the game, like, would normally just affect like the school portion, like here. But due to Monika's actions, like, it seems like the entire universe took effect on that, and due to that, other people in the universe were affected as well. Do you not like fortune telling? I don't exactly like the idea of things being predetermined. I like the idea of being able to make my own future. I see. Well, if you look at if you look at it like getting your fortune tells you what track you're on, right? So if you get a bad one, you can work on changing that. Or if you get a good one, you know you've done sort of well. I guess that's a good way of looking at it. Of course, I feel like that's also that's also one of the reasons why she would be so upset about being out of control. Next to being a perfectionist and all that. But if you want to do it, then we can go. I wouldn't want to make you do anything you don't want to do. I won't hurt to do it, so we can go and do it. Alright. The fortune-telling booth is more like the entire classroom. We get in line and wait a while before being let in. The room itself is dark, and lit only with candles, thick curtains covering the windows. The desks have all been tucked against the wall as well, with a violet tablecloth covering them. At the center is another longer table with a similar tablecloth on top, a single crystal ball on top. On the opposite side of the table is a student, most likely a girl, who is peering into the crystal ball. Just say it's a day and move on. She is dressed like a witch. Well then on the other hand, it could be a day witch. Complete with the pointy hat and robes. Her eyes are hidden by the brim of her hat. Should I go with a more feminine? I can't do male voices anyway. Let me peer into your future. The student rubs her hands on the crystal ball. Sorry, I'm moving my hands around while I'm doing this. I see. Much struggle in your future. There is something that only the two of you can accomplish. Something will attempt to tear the two of you apart, but with much work, I see that you two can make it. That is all. Thank you. That wasn't a very good fortune. Well, let's hope it isn't true then. But it is pretty vague. Everyone struggles, right? That is true. So we'll deal with it when it comes along. It's not like she told us anything we didn't already know. I'm curious about how she said something would tear us apart, though. Maybe she just made some assumptions. I see Monika smile as she leans in closer to me. What kind of assumptions would those be? I hurriedly look away from Monika, mumbling under my breath. Well, you know how it is with a guy and a girl. Not really. Although I have seen people make that assumption with me and my friends too. Since I have a fair amount of guy friends. Most of my friends are guys. I wanted to say, yeah, I have a lot of guy friends, it's like most. But I do have girlfriends. Girlfriends? I don't think I get it, Amy. Could you tell me? I can already feel the heat on my cheeks, skyrocketing to dangerous temperatures as I glance away. Anyway. I hope you can't get away that easily. I look back towards Monika, my guy cutting that immediately averted my eyes, causing her to giggle. However, within a few seconds, she stifles herself, putting on a look of neutrality again. There was nothing to stop her laughter. As no one was staring, she just stopped. Monika takes a breath, closing her eyes and nodding before looking at me. Where else would you like to go? Let's see. Well, let's go to the maid cafe. On second thought, that's probably a bad idea. I doubt Monika wants to be around a bunch of girls and Alfred's flirting with the guys as likely the only girl not serving food. This was a silly idea. Amy? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking about where to go next. Alright, where else can we go? Let's see. After we go around and finish visiting some of the booths, we start walking around the festival, trying out whatever comes our way. Time flies ahead. Soon enough, it's already dark out. Well, that was fun. Monika? She shakes her head. It's nothing, Amy. It doesn't sound like nothing. If you want to talk about it, I'm here for you. Thanks, Amy. The two of us look up at the night sky, waiting for the fireworks. We never had like any major festivals, and the little festivals certainly didn't have any fireworks. So I'm kind of glad about that. They're pretty, but I'm still not the biggest fan of them. The whistling that indicates their launch fills the air. We simply watch in silence, hearing the booms in the sky accompanying flashes of light. I turn to look at Monika, finding she has a frown on her face. Even with this, she doesn't seem happy. She has been sort of on guard today. There was that brief moment on the rooftop earlier, but right after that, she went back to being cautious. Almost like she wanted to be happy, but wouldn't let herself. There were a few times where she came so close, but then she'd pause and pull back. Monika. You shouldn't stare at the girl like that, you know? Sorry, I got lost in my thoughts. What were you thinking about? Just how happy I am right now. The response seems to have caught Monika off guard. You know, having joined the literature club, meeting everyone, preparing for the festival, and reading out a poem. Sure, my poem reading was really bad, but it felt nice, being there with everyone, doing something together. Ah, I see. Monika seems a bit upset, looking away. This is about what you said before, right? That it isn't going to matter. I take a deep breath before turning Monika to face me and putting my hands on her shoulders. But that doesn't matter to me. If it means anything in the end, it's for that game business. I don't care what I really am, if this really is just a game. I don't even know if I believe you about all of that. I can't tell if you're right or if you're wrong, so I've chosen just to let go of it for now. But even if you were right, it doesn't change anything about me. And it doesn't change the fact about me wanting to be friends with you. That's one of the few things I do know. And what else do you know? For a moment I can see that facade of hers breaking. I don't know if this is the right thing to say, but what else? I do know that I do know is that spending time with you, this day with you, was the most fun I've had in a long time. The rest of the words die in my throat as my thoughts catch up to me. What am I doing? I let go for shoulders and take a step back, looking away as my mind catches up to my body. Anyway, I liked spending time with you today. So thank you for spending it with me. I'm sure there's plenty of other people you'd rather have spent it with, though. After all, she's completely out of my league. Monika shakes her head. No, there's no one else. My heart skips a beat when I hear her say that. Especially after what you said earlier. I think I really needed that. Even so, I don't think my opinion will be changed so easily. It's not that I'm upset, I can't be convinced just like that, you know? Yeah, I get you. I wasn't expecting to break through to Monika at all. All I wanted was to let her know. Maybe part of me was hoping I could get through to her, but I think it's a little too early for that. Or at least, I can't only have one thing to convince her. Kind of like a court case where you need lots of evidence. Well, I guess I'll have to keep it at it. Just because I got a little set back here doesn't mean I don't want to see her smile anymore. She can't be happy, I know it. She just won't let herself is all. Though Hey! Both of us turn around, finding Sayori waving at us from the door. There you two are! Sorry to interrupt. Ah, jeez, you didn't have to yell, Sayori. Sorry, were you looking for us? We thought you two were going to miss the fireworks, but I guess you didn't if you were up here. Yeah, we saw them. Sorry to make you worry. Don't you have your phone though? Sayori's phone died 3 hours ago. No, Doki! What? That was supposed to be a secret. Well, either way, thanks for looking out for us, Sayori. Did you guys get to see the fireworks at least? They were quite inspirational. Did you write something while watching them? It's a small poem, so... Well, bring it to the club! Monika seems to think to herself for a second before nodding. I guess we can do that. Okay, everyone! For next meeting, let's all write a poem about something that inspired you from the festival. That shouldn't be too hard, right? Everyone glances at each other before shrugging. Usually I don't like to give you a prompt on what to write about, but today is a special occasion. That's fine, right? Yeah, bother it! Well, maybe some direction might help out this time. The festival, huh? Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, I can get behind it too. Alright, it's settled then! Before Monika can say another word, a loud whistling cuts through the air. All of us look back up at the sky, seeing the second round of fireworks go off. Taking my eyes away from the display in the sky, I see everyone else around me captivated by the light, smiles on their faces. Even Monika has the smallest grin on her face, and because of that, I know that I can keep this up. Someday, I'll make her smile. The fireworks end, we all part ways. They're still going on though. Sarah and I are walking home at night with Sayori humming a tune. You were at the concert, right? They were so good! And now I can't get the song out of my head. It's a shame we didn't get to hear them, I guess. Were you with Monika all day? Yeah. Sarah's smile turns cat-like. I thought you said you'd walk home with her. I thought you said you'd walk home with her, though. Shouldn't you be with her? Her house is in the opposite direction, though. Sarah gives me a frown and a very disappointed look. I feel bad for her. Huh? What for? That's a secret. Anyway, I'm glad we both had fun. I am pretty tired, though. Well, it's a good thing we're pretty much home. Oh, we are. Well,
Good night, Amy.
Night, Sayori. With that, I enter my house and do my nightly routine. When I get in bed later, I can't help but feel a bit strange. Lately, it feels like part of me isn't quite me. Almost like someone's walking in my shoes. Today on the rooftop, I said something, but I couldn't tell what I had said. But I know Monika was suddenly happy to hear it. If this is a game, games need someone to act their right? Like the main character player controls. I wonder if that's me. Monika did say something about me being empty like a puppet. I was afraid of being that puppet before, so I searched my house for a yearbook to confirm, somehow, or at least give me some comfort to the fact that I wasn't. I still don't know if Monika was right or not, but it can't hurt. Well, if it really is me and Monika is right, then I don't know if you can hear me, or if you even exist. But whatever you're doing, please, keep things up, and help me reach out to Monika. Even if I'm nothing but your puppet, it still brings happiness to me to see her happy. Surely you're working to make her happy too, right? So, no matter what I truly am, I'll have to keep at it. Whether or not I'm truly the one in control, it doesn't matter. Happiness is still happiness, whether it's here or in the real game that Monika says she knows about. No matter what, I'll keep trying to make her happy. Maybe she's rejecting the happiness right now, but I know I can't just give up so easily. Well, that's not thinking for tonight. I should go to sleep. I've thought to people before as well, wondering if they can hear me. Like my thoughts.